Tennessee will set up their pressure. There's a wet spot on the floor. They're drying up. Sampson doing some explaining to Tugler. Parr was over there too.
Yeah.
Sampson, I think, told Parr a joke as he was over there. Uzan will inbound. Inbounds to Sharp. Here comes, nope, no double team. Pass out of it to Uzan. He gets double team. Pass ahead to Wilson. Wilson into the front court for Houston. Bounce pass to Tugler on the baseline. Tugler's backing it up. Here comes the double team. Right wing Wilson. Between the rings to Uzan. Trap again. Right wing Wilson.
Oh.
Wilson's going to line up a right wing three. Got it. Malik Wilson hits the right wing three.
Way to go.
Houston's up 17 with less than 4 minutes to play. The grad student from Rayville.
Yes.
Ziegler at the logo, right wing to Lanier. Sharp defends. Lanier jabs right, goes left. Lanier, he had it stolen by Sharp, and a foul's called on Houston. They're calling everything.
Everything one way. One way.
Sharp cannot believe it, but the Cougars are saying let it go. Can't pick up a technical. Can't give them 4 free throws. So the foul on Sharp, his third, team foul number 10. It'll be 2 free throws for Tennessee, but first a timeout. Sampson in the ear of the officials here as well. 59-42. Cougars lead by 17. 59-42. It's a 17-point Cougar lead with 3:43 left to play. A trip to the Final Four is on the line. Cougars looking for their 7th Final Four appearance in program history. Tennessee's looking to get it done for the first time ever. 59-42. Cougars up 17. The final 3:43 when we return.
Boy, Sharp hit those two.
Hey Cougar fans, basketball season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hey there, Coug fans. Looking for good times and colder beer? Look no further than Little Woodrow's, the official game day headquarters of the Houston Cougars. With multiple Houston locations and everyday specials, there's no better place for a Coug to kick back and enjoy some tasty eats and a few drinks. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with our upcoming events. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar. Little Woodrow's, your favorite local backyard bar.
You know, it's
a 17-point Cougar lead, 59-42, 3:43 left to play. What do the Cougars need to do here, Biggie, to close this one out?
Well, they really need to kind of, play some great D, not no fouling D, sending them to the line, giving an opportunity to maybe even get a second shot, make one, get a second shot. They got to really begin to play great D and fight on the board.
When you look at the box score, what sticks out to you?
Well, I was looking at, we are out rebounding them still, but, I was looking at, the shot selection.
The Cougars attacking that zone, that pressure. Emmanuel Sharp has knocked in a couple of threes. Wilson hit a big one.
Yes.
Allowed the Cougars to extend this lead to 17, but a foul called on Houston just before that timeout.
Boy, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just really... That was...
Lanier 2 for 2 from the free throw line, makes the first. One more to go. 59-43, one more left. Tennessee's outshot Houston from the line. This will be the 17th free throw to the Cougars, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Lanier hits the second. 59-44, 3:43 to play. Uzan gets it into Tugler. Here comes the trap. They foul Tugler. That'll be the 4th team foul.
Yeah.
In the Cougars section with some mock applause. They finally called a foul on Tennessee. It is the 4th. It's on Meshack, his 3rd. 3:41 to play. Uzan to inbound in the corner. Looking for an option. Gets it into Cryer. Trapped in the corner. Cryer finds Wilson on the baseline. Wilson sends it into the front court for Tugler. Tugler to Wilson. Left of the left sideline. Here comes the double team. Wilson to Uzan. Uzan lobs it to Cryer left wing. He's going to launch a 3. Short.
Oh, wow.
Weak side rebound to Sharp, though. Sharp finds Wilson. Wilson to Cryer left wing, and the Cougars are going to work on this clock. Back to Uzan at the logo. Lob it to Cryer left wing. Cryer kicks it to Sharp right wing. He'll launch a 3. Got
it!
Emmanuel Sharp with his 4th 3 of the night. Houston's up 18, 62-44 with 3:05 to play. Ziegler into the front court. To Lanier, contested 3, called a foul on Sharp.
Oh, no, man.
Sampson says, yeah, it was a foul to Sharp. He's not happy with Sharp. So 3 free throws coming up for Lanier. Sharp hit the 3, but then fouls the shooter on the other end.
Yeah, wow.
A lot of Tennessee fans are headed for the exits. Houston chants breaking out in the Houston sections. Lanier, first of 3 free throws is good. 62-45. He now has 12 points. 2 more for Lanier. Lanier's second, good. 1 more to go.
Only shooting 3?
Yeah, he's shooting a 3. 2:58 to play. Cougars lead is 16. 1 more for Lanier. Lanier's final free throw is good. Makes them all. 62-47, 15-point lead for Houston. Cougars looking to bring it in against the pressure. Uzan looking, still looking. Lobs it into Sharp in the corner. Gets double teamed. Oh, Sharp got clotheslined. That's going to go against Ziegler. Ziegler's first. Team foul number 5. As Ziegler got it. Emmanuel Sharp pretty good there. He poked him in the eyes, what happened. So Cougars will inbound from the sideline again. Uzan to pass it in quickly into Cryer. Here comes the double team. Cryer to Uzan in the corner. Uzan picks up the dribble, lobs it to Cryer. Got to get it across, ahead to Wilson, and they do. Wilson in the left corner for Walker. Walker to Cryer, left elbow. Over to Sharp, and now to Uzan at the logo, 14 to shoot. Uzan being pressured by Lanier. Uzan on the bounce, and he's fouled by Lanier on his way to the basket. It'll be the 16th foul. First on Lanier, and it resets the shot clock to 20. Next foul committed by Tennessee will send the Cougars to the single bonus.
Yes. Houston is handling the press, real well.
Yeah, I think they've handled the press pretty well, too.
Yeah.
They've turned it over 3 times this half. It's not terrible. Not bad at all. The Cougars are shooting 41%. Oh. Cougars pass it into the backcourt for Sharp. Sharp lobs it to Cryer. Cryer back into the front court. Now to Uzan between the rings. Hands it off to Cryer, right of the logo. Back to Uzan. Left of the logo, Sharp. Sharp to Uzan. Lobs it right sideline. Cryer 5 to shoot. Cryer pull up right wing 3. In and out, no.
Oh, wow.
Lanier the rebound for Tennessee. 2:15 to play. Cougars up 15. Lanier into the front court. Off the screen. Over to the left wing for Gainey. Gainey back to Lanier. Lanier from the logo. Back iron, no good. Wilson the rebound for Houston. Outlet to Cryer. 2 minutes to play. Houston by 15. Over to Uzan again. Uzan lobs it ahead to Cryer. Cryer into the front court. Lobs it to Tugler. Tugler for Wilson. Wilson the ball fake. Pass to Tugler is knocked out of bounds. Tennessee bats it through the baseline, so Houston will have 15 to shoot.
I thought Wilson was going to go up and dunk that.
I think he saw Akpara, the 6'11" junior, in his face.
Yeah.
So Houston will inbound, baseline right side. Uzan to pass it in, gets it into Cryer, a right wing 3. Got it! LJ Cryer drills the right wing 3 to put the Cougars in front by 18 again with 1:40 to play. Ziegler to the front court, right sideline. Lanier three. He rattles it home. They will not go away, huh?
No.
65-50. A minute and a half to go. Lanier up to 17 points. Uzan into Sharp. Sharp trapped in the corner. Sharp bounce pass to Cryer. He's being held. There's a foul.
Yeah, wow.
Lanier is holding him. So Lanier picks up the foul. That's his second, team foul number 7, and it sends L.J. Cryer to the line for a 1-and-1. A minute 21 to play. Houston's up by 15. The last time that Houston made the Final Four was back in 2021.
Yes.
They punched their ticket to the Final Four with a win in this building over Oregon State. That was the 2021 bubble tournament where every game was played in the Indianapolis area.
Wow.
Cougars played 3 games at Lucas Oil Stadium. Cryer, the 1-and-1, gets the roll. 66-50. They played 3 games. They played a second-round game against Rutgers, won that game. The come-from-behind victory, the Mark Tip-in, Dejan Giroux, I'm a savage. Then they beat Oregon State in the Elite Eight, then lost to Baylor in the national semifinal. Cryer makes the second. L.J. Cryer was on that Baylor team.
Wow.
67-50, a minute 18 to go. Ziegler into the front court, right wing Gainey, the ball fake, driving, left elbow, fires it over to the left wing. Lanier's three, too strong, no. Uzan the rebound with 70 seconds to play as Tennessee not pressuring at the moment. Now here comes the double team. Lob it into the front court for Cryer. Cryer driving, left wing Sharp, back to the logo for Uzan as we go under a minute to play. Uzan right of the logo. Uzan left elbow. Uzan the right hand floater gets it to fall. Cougars up 19, 69-50 as we go under 50 seconds to play. Ziegler into the front court, shovels it to Gainey right wing, left of the logo Lanier. Lanier trying to drive, back outside to Meshack. Meshack off the dribble three, that's short, rebound by Wilson, and he gives it to Cryer. Tennessee's calling off the Dogs. There is a 7-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The Cougar fans starting to celebrate as they're starting to celebrate on that Cougar bench as well. Everybody climbing up to the floor level of that sideline. Cryer has it left of the logo, left sideline. 8 to shoot. Cryer at midcourt. Sampson telling him not to take a shot. They'll just do the shot clock violation. 6.5 seconds to play. Tennessee will have the basketball. Every Cougar on that bench is now on the sideline of the floor. The Cougar fans behind them on their feet. Bishop Boswell, a freshman, will check into the game. Mercy Miller and Ced Lott and Cordell Jefferson will check into the game for the Cougars as well. Give them some Elite 8 minutes, or not minutes, Elite 8 seconds, but also to get an ovation for your players that are coming off the floor. Tugler off the floor. Cryer off the floor. One more's got to go. And now Tennessee's going to bring in their walk-ons as well.
Hey, we got too many.
Sharp's going to leave.
Sharp's going to leave.
Big embrace between Sharp and Sampson. Grant Hurst has checked in for Tennessee as well. 7.3 to go. Cougars up by 19. Celebration has begun in Indy. Inbound to Hurst. Hurst just going to dribble it out. Walked it across the timeline. There's the final horn. Cougars win 69-50 over Tennessee, and Houston's headed to San Antonio for the 7th Final Four appearance in program history. First 2 Final Fours were with Elvin Hayes. The next 3 with Phi Slamma Jamma.
Yeah.
The most recent 2 with Kelvin Sampson, who reaches his 3rd career Final Four.
Wow. That is something.
69-50 the final score as the Cougars win the Midwest. They'll head to San Antonio where they have a rematch with Duke.
Yes.
On Saturday.
Yes.
Well, step aside.
That's the one I've been waiting for. I wanted to see that. Last time we had all those injuries.
It did. Shed got hurt in the first half there. We'll talk all about it. We'll step aside. It's a final inside of Indy. Houston defeats Tennessee 69-50. Headed to the Final Four. Cougar postgame show next. This is Cougar basketball from Learfield.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you, Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Show your Cougar pride on game day and every day with the TDECU UH debit card. We're celebrating 10 years of TDECU Stadium and a bright future ahead. Take advantage of exclusive member benefits at TDECU Stadium and no monthly fees. Just financial freedom to help you grow. Apply today at tdecu.org/UH. Insured by NCUA.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude. Gets up when they fall down and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
The Houston Sports Network. From Learfield, this has been Houston Cougar Basketball. This is the Cougar Postgame Show. Here's Jeremy Branham, presented by The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Houston Athletics.
Houston Cougars are headed to the Final Four. 7 times.
He doesn't mind being 1 or 2 point games down the stretch.
Today, 69-50, 1 spot remains. The Tigers and the Spartans will fight for it in just a few moments. Third man in our crew today, here is Jacob Hillman.
Thank you very much, Andy. Half of the Elite Eight featured teams from the Southeastern Conference, with Auburn being the final team to get underway. We know how Tennessee fared in the second weekend. How did Alabama and Florida do? Let's look at those results in this SEC report.
A record-breaking 7 SEC teams advanced to the Sweet 16. Time to break down the brackets again. The SEC report is driven by Toyota. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
The first Elite Eight game got underway yesterday in San Francisco. It was the West Regional Final between the first-seeded Florida Gators and third-seeded Texas Tech Red Raiders. That is the bracket matched up with the South region, which Auburn and Michigan State, the winner will advance out of. It was a dominant game by Texas Tech until this moment, late in the second half.
Clayton will lob it to Houck above the left elbow. Houck backdoor to Clayton, makes the catch inside. Has to dribble out of trouble in the paint, backs up, turns, fires a 3 from the top. It's good! He did it again! Clayton's got 28. Florida leads by 1. What a shot by Walter Clayton!
He had a layup. He dribbled out and shot a 3.
Inside a minute to go. Texas Tech ball down 1.
That shot overcame a 9-point deficit for the Gators with under 3 minutes to play, as Walter Clayton scored a game-high 30 points, including 13 in the final 5 minutes, as well as 4 assists. That call courtesy of Westwood One and the NCAA Radio Network. The Gators went on to win 84-79 and advance to their 6th Final Four ever and first since 2014. Texas Tech was led by Darion Williams, who scored 23 points, and JT Toppin, who had a 20-point, 11-rebound double-double. The free throw margin was significant in this game, as the Red Raiders were 7 for 13 from the charity stripe, while Florida made 25 of its 27 free throw attempts. in the win. Off the bench, Thomas Howell had 20 points and 11 rebounds as well. Moving on to the East region, the other side of the bracket. It was a dominant performance for the Duke Blue Devils over the second-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide, and the tone was set early with this block.
And now Nelson throws back to the top to Sears. Sears driving into the lane. His shot swatted away. Malawach sends it 2 rows back over the baseline. It'll stay Alabama's way with 5 left to shoot.
Gaman Maluika had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks, including that one of Mark Sears, who had 6 points after having 10 three-pointers in the Sweet 16 win over BYU. He was 2 of 12 from the field. He had 6 assists and 5 turnovers as the Blue Devils win 85-65 to advance to their 18th Final Four all-time. Con Knippel was the leading scorer for Duke with 21 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. It is the 15th straight win for Duke, and will play Houston in the Final Four in San Antonio. As Andy mentioned, and as I just mentioned, Houston took down the second-seeded Tennessee Volunteers in the Midwest Regional in Indianapolis as the Cougars advanced to their 7th Final Four all-time and first since 2021. It was a suffocating defensive performance for Houston in the first half as the Volunteers scored just 15 points, which is the lowest ever by a 2-seed in the NCAA tournament. The Volunteers never led in this game, and that's 3 1-seeds into the Final Four. And the only other time that all 4 1-seeds made it to the Final Four was in 2008, and that was Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, and UNC. Where was that Final Four? In San Antonio, Texas, at the Alamo Dome. Auburn could repeat history with a win over Michigan State today. That is a check of the SEC report and the Yellowwood scoreboard, and we'll break down some of those results further throughout tonight's game as the Tigers and Spartans vie for the final spot in San Antonio. If you stop by your local Whataburger, you may hear a sizzle coming from the grill and catch a flavorful scent wafting from the kitchen. Those are the sounds and smells of the chicken fajita taco. Back for a limited time only at Whataburger. What's on the menu is presented by Whataburger. What's on the menu tonight? A 60-second scout of Michigan State with Chad Pruitt. Andy Burcham's exclusive sit-down with SEC Coach of the Year Bruce Pearl, Coach Randall Dickey's keys to the game, your starting lineups, and eventually tip-off as Auburn plays for its second Final Four appearance in program history against Michigan State. All coming up when the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out Forte, Soul, and don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn Athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Regal.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
You're listening to Auburn Basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Jacob Hillman here with you courtside at State Farm Arena as we get set for the Elite Eight meeting between Auburn and Michigan State. The Spartans are led by Tom Izzo, who is in his 30th season in East Lansing. Izzo is one of the legends of the game and of March, leading Michigan State to its 27th consecutive NCAA tournament, which is the third longest streak in NCAA history. the Big Ten champions are in their first Elite Eight since 2019, when they advanced to the Final Four and lost to Texas in Minneapolis. With this season's Big Ten title, Izzo tied Ward Lambert and Bob Knight for most Big Ten regular season championships with 11 apiece. In the series history, the Tigers and Spartans have met just once before on the hardwood in the Great Alaska Shootout to open the 1989-90 season, where Michigan State won 92-79. Coach Pearl and Coach Izzo will meet for just the second time ever today, with the first also coming in the Elite Eight in 2010, with Izzo taking a 70-69 victory. On the floor, the Spartans do not start a tall lineup outside of center Shimon Zapawa, who actually did not play in their Sweet 16 matchup with Ole Miss, as Cohen Carr earned his first start of the season due to matchups. Carr has been big for Michigan State off the bench all season long, and especially during this tournament run, averaging 13.7 points and 6 rebounds per game on 65.2% shooting in the Big Dance. Carr scored 15 points in Friday's win over Ole Miss. The leading scorer in that game was freshman Jace Richardson, who is the son of Michigan State legend Jason Richardson. He scored 20 points and grabbed 6 boards in the win over the Rebels and was 4 of 6 from three-point range. Senior Jaden Akins leads the Spartans in scoring, averaging 12.8 points per game. Akins' scoring isn't his only strength, as he was named to the Big Ten All-Defensive Team. Trey Holloman is the other spark plug off the bench, other than Cohen Carr, as he leads Michigan State in assists per game at 3.8, while scoring 9.3 points per contest. Chad Pruitt gives us his 60-second scout of the Spartans.
Well, I mean, all you can ask for, a chance to play Tom Izzo, Michigan State, a chance to go to the Final Four. And you think about him and what he stands for. This team's going to be really, really good defensively, very sound. Their guards are incredible. They got five or six, I think 6 of the top 7 scorers are their guards. And so you're going to see a lot of those guys really attacking the basket. In transition, they're really fast after made baskets, something to watch for. We can't celebrate after a made basket. We've got to get back and build a wall.
What do you see defensively out of this Michigan State ball club?
Well, they've always been known to being tough, hard-nosed, physical. They've got some really big guys inside who can try to control the glass. We're going to have to work hard. They're really good at only giving you one shot, so we got to take a really good shot when we take it.
Talked about their guards offensively. How much do they try to penetrate, get the ball to the glass?
A lot. I mean, you look at how they've done throughout the Big Ten. I mean, one of the things that's been really, really good for them is they're having multiple guys who penetrate and get to the glass. Once they get it up on the glass, those big guys just try to get those rebounds.
In its Sweet 16 victory, Michigan State scored 36 points in the paint, but only grabbed 5 offensive rebounds, as Ole Miss out-rebounded the Spartans 33-29, but snagged 12 offensive boards. While Michigan State's sheer number of rebounds per game doesn't rank highly in the nation, its offensive rebounding percentage ranks 25th in the country and 11th on the defensive end. The 60-second scout is presented by the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business, home to 7 top 25 programs in the U.S. News and World Report rankings. Harbert, inspiring business. Michigan State won its Sweet 16 matchup with the Rebels 73-70, leading for less than 4 minutes of game action, and its largest lead coming by 6 with just 4 seconds to play. It trailed by 10 in the second half of that game. The pregame medical report is presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders are proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. Everyone is available and healthy for the Auburn Tigers, as for Michigan State, Shimon Zapawa was the only question mark after not playing against Ole Miss, but that was simply due to matchups. Tom Izzo says he will play today, and I would expect him potentially to start in this game. Up next, Andy Burcham's exclusive sit-down with head coach Bruce Pearl ahead of the South Regional Final between Auburn and Michigan State from Atlanta. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCAA.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
It's the third time in the Elite Eight for head coach Bruce Pearl. Our exclusive pregame interview with the head coach is presented by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Trip to the Final Four on the line today.
Yeah, we got the thing I'm going to focus the guys on are just a couple things. We got 40 minutes of basketball, play Michigan State. Here are the things that we need to do to win. Here are the things that if we don't do, we won't win, and really have them just focus on the contest at hand, as opposed to what's at stake or what's next or what all that looks like. Because that's all they're thinking about is a trip to San Antonio in the Final Four, and I got to get them locked in on their opponent.
Let's talk about that opponent then in this Michigan State ball club, a 30-win team. We've seen them before, saw them in Hawaii, didn't get a chance to play them there. Give me your thoughts about the Spartans.
Well, they've gotten better throughout the season. I think they're a lot like us in the sense that they really are a true champion in the sense that they were 17-3 in a 20-game schedule in the SEC. And that is really, really significant. And they just brought it every single night, and they've gotten better throughout the season. What makes them really good is they got 4 or 5 elite guards at getting downhill and getting to the rim, getting to the basket, and making some really good individual offense off of simple screens and simple floppy and outstanding in transition. Really get the ball up the floor fast. Their bigs go get, don't post up a ton, but go get a lot of rebounds and play really hard and really physically. And they tie it all together, kind of like my teams in the past have done, by playing 10 guys double-digit minutes. That's what they're doing this year. It's not typical for Tom Izzo, but that's what this team is, because he's got great depth on the bench, more depth than we have on our bench, and so you put it all together, and they've been winning games at the end of halves and at the end of games because those kids are fresh to make plays, and of course, Andy, you've seen that throughout teams throughout my career.
You have faced Tom Izzo before in this setting, haven't you?
Yep, only one time before, and we faced him in this setting in St. Louis in an Elite Eight matchup when I was at Tennessee. There was some analytics that don't make any sense in that game. When you shoot above 50% against Michigan State, you win like 99% of the time, and we shot above 50% and lost. We had a couple of plays down the stretch that were, difficult. It was a tie ball game with 20 seconds left to go. Our ball side got the ball to my best player. He gets fouled going downhill, I think, with about, 8 or 9 seconds left to go in the game. I couldn't even tell you exactly. And he makes one, misses the second. The problem is I got 2 bigs on the offensive free throw set, and I should have had at least one of them back for sure. And they get kind of a 50-50 scramble loose ball. We have no floor balance. They throw the ball up ahead. They drive it in without my bigs to protect the rim, and we foul them. And they make 2 free throws and win the game.
They're still driving to the basket, aren't they?
They are. Whether they're driving to the basket, and it in some ways it reminds me of the way Ole Miss plays offensively, and a little bit of the way Tennessee plays offensively. A lot of floppy and a lot of guards turning corners and trying to get middle, and then just trying to get to the foul line. I know after the Ole Miss game, Coach Beard was really unhappy with the foul differential and the free throw differential, and but that's what Michigan State does. That's their game plan. And unlike us, who probably play through the post more, where they allow more contact. They play through their guards more. Now, it worked to our benefit against Michigan. Why? Because our bigs were physical against Michigan's bigs and did a really, really good job. And the referees allowed us to play. If we were that physical on Michigan's guards, there'd be a lot of whistles blown. It's just the way the game's called. There's a different level of contact called on the perimeter than on the inside, and we've just got to do a good job of trying to guard them, stay in front of them without fouling them, and hopefully the officials won't fall for all the flopping and the head bobbing and the good job that Michigan State does trying to draw fouls.
Can you be that physical on the low post today as you were 2 days ago?
Yeah, we can be, and we need to be because they're an elite rebounding team, and that's what they're known for. I mean, they're known for their defensive rebounding. They're fifth analytically defensively in the country. So one of the things that our guys are going to have to do is we have to work really hard offensively to execute. And I think it's really good coming on the heels of the Michigan game where we did not value possessions. And, I was really disappointed in our first half offensive execution and decision making. It's like, come on, we were just playing way too fast and guys taking shots way too early on the shot clock and, shots that weren't good shots that we hadn't, they know I don't want them to take, but they go ahead and take them anyways.
Give me a key to try and cut off the drives to the basket today by the Michigan State guards.
Just bodies. Got to show bodies. Bodies got to sprint behind the ball in transition, and they got to show bodies and got to be in the gaps. And the more bodies and eyes they see, and the less wood they see, the better chance we have to keep them in front.
I wish you all the best today, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
We bring in Coach Randall Dickey for his keys to the game. Coach, what are your keys to Auburn advancing to its second Final Four ever?
Well, we got several in front of us. Number one, we must defend Michigan State in transition. We must not give up easy layups or open quick threes. Bigger than that, you got to defend them in the half court is even more important. Limit those guys being able to drive. The 3-out, 2-in offense that Michigan State runs plays 3 guards, 2 inside guys. Those inside guys are Xing all the way out. They're setting ball screens on the wing and at the top of the key. The guards are always looking to drive to the middle of the paint. The Tigers must limit that action. Secondly, rebounding was a big difference the other day on Friday. It's got to be even bigger today. Limit Michigan State one shot. Make sure you defend, get out in your transition, and that'll turn into transition baskets for the Tigers. But more importantly, it limits Michigan State to second opportunities. Third, you got to take care of the basketball. We need to limit our fouls, make sure we have pride and in the possession of the basketball throughout the entire day, and we got to limit our fouls, especially on fouls on jump shots. Nothing wrong with fouling on a physical play, chasing down a basketball, and you kind of root for position and foul. But when you foul jump shots, you give up a chance for conventional three-point plays is not what the Tigers want to do.
Thank you very much, Coach. We look forward to your call of the game with voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. We are moments away from tip-off of Auburn and Michigan State in the South Regional Final as both teams take the floor, and this arena is filled with orange and blue. Auburn's journey for a national title continues tonight in the Elite Eight against the second seed at Michigan State Spartans. Two legends, Bruce Pearl and Tom Izzo, do battle for the second time ever and second time for a coveted spot in the Final Four. Lineups and tip-off for Auburn and Michigan State from Atlanta are next after these words from your local station. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
7 seconds. Inside Barber, wide open. Got it! He dropped it in with 4:43 to go! 78-77. Prince weaves his way up, throws up for a prayer. No! Tigers win! Tigers win! 78-77. Auburn wins!
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Two-hand slam. Step back, three-ball, Pettiford, yes! Tap up by Brown, it's good! Auburn won it! Taken away, Chad Baker-Mazzara on a breakaway. To the hole, in the corner, Miles for the lead, got it! Bang, bang. Cheney, turn, shoots, got it! Feed the beast right there. It's it to Dillon. Oh, reverse! Holy smoke! Right wing, free ball, Denver. Good! Denver rises up for a three, and banked it in! Chad Baker, he'll pop a three. Yes! Through to the hole, left hand hit, down goes Houston! The Tigers come to paradise and win the Maui Invitational. 3-2-1, Auburn prevails. Auburn wins the Southeastern Conference Championship.
This is Auburn basketball in the NCAA tournament. And these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the #1 seed Tigers.
At the top, Denver, 7 to shoot. Denver drives down the lane, goes up, he scores!
Boy, he has been really good today, Andy. Denver Jones has carried the Auburn Tigers.
Denver Jones, Newmarket, Alabama, Memphis Day Academy.
Now Miles Kelly pops out. Logo 3, Miles, good!
Oh, he's feeling it now. That was outstanding. He's back-to-back baskets.
Miles Kelly, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Parkview High School, Hargrave Military Academy.
CBM. Right wing three ball. Good!
Big splash by CBM right there. That was a big lift for the Tigers in that possession.
Chad Baker Mazara, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Colonia High School.
Low post for Broom. Janai in the lane. Off the glass, he got it with 11 seconds to go. Broom, Mr. Clutch, knocks it home.
Janai Broom, Plant City, Florida, Tampa Catholic High School.
Miles Kelly drives, leads for Cardwell, double hand slap.
Spoon feeds Dylan Cardwell, and point blank, he knows what to do with it.
Dylan Cardwell, Augusta, Georgia, McEachern High School.
Lineups are presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Alongside Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Auburn is 31-5 on the season. That's a school record. 15-3, and conference champions in the Southeastern. Number 4 in both the coaches in the AP poll. Number 2 in the NCAA net. Number 4 in the Ken Pom rating. Bruce Pearl in his 11th season at Auburn, a record of 231 and 124, and in his 30th season as a head coach, a record of 693 and 269. Before we get to the Michigan State starters, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Michigan State won the Big Ten regular season title, went 30-6 throughout this season, 17-3 in the Big Ten. Number 8 in the AP poll, 7th in the coaches poll, 11th in the NCAA net, and 7th in the Ken Pom rating. Tom Izzo, the Hall of Fame coach out of Northern Michigan in his 30th season in Lansing, a record of 737 and 301. At the guards, Jeremy Pierce, 6'2 redshirt freshman from Joliet, Illinois, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists a game. Jaden Akins, 6'4 senior from Farmington, Minnesota, make that Michigan, 12.8 points, 3.6 rebounds. Jace Richardson, 6'3 freshman out of Denver, 12.2 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. Jackson Kohler, a 6'9 junior from American Fork, Utah, 7.6 points, 7.4 rebounds. And Shimon Zabawa, 7-foot senior from Zaborz, Poland, 4 points, 4 rebounds per ball game. The leading scorer in NCAA tournament play this year for Michigan State has been Jace Richardson at 13.7 points a game. He's a freshman. Auburn's leading scorer in the NCAA tournament is also a freshman. Tahad Pettiford will come off the bench today at 19.7 points per ball game. Well, we were here in December, and that was a decided Auburn crowd as the Tigers beat Ohio State by 38. I'm not certain there's not more Auburn folks here today as Auburn gets set to face another Big Ten opponent, Randall.
Well, it's certainly Neville North, that's for sure, because there's orange and blue all over. The electricity is just exactly what you would expect to be in an Elite Eight game. The winner advances to San Antonio to the Final Four. Possibility of having 4 number 1 teams next week.
Auburn, the home white uniforms as they have played in the entire postseason. White tops and bottoms, blue numerals and lettering, and orange trim. Michigan State in the away green tops and bottoms with the white numerals and the lettering. Zabawa will jump it up against Auburn's Dylan Cardwell. Ron Groover into the center circle. And the final Elite Eight game is underway, and Auburn wins the tap. Tigers go to the basket to our right. Fears picks up Denver Jones. Left sideline, Chad Baker. Low post, Janai. Against Kohler. Up. Good!
What a way to start. Throw the ball directly to the block and let Janai Broom go to work.
Michigan State quickly up the floor. Akins, top of the circle for Jeremy Fears Jr. 2-0 Tigers lead it. 19:33 in the first. On the left wing, Jace Richardson. Picked up by Miles. Top of the circle for Zabawa. Picked up by Cardwell. Zabawa picks up the dribble. Now to Richardson. Off the left side, right side rather, for Fears. Shot clock at 6. Fears gets a screen. Free throw line. 2 seconds down to 1 second. Fears a fadeaway. He didn't get it. Rebound Cardwell for Auburn.
Great defense by the Tigers on the first possession.
Auburn low post. Ball deflected. It's out of bounds off of Michigan State, Auburn ball. Tigers nearly turned it over. Boy, the passes have got to be crisp today.
Yeah, you can't float those passes. Michigan State's really intense defensively. We're going to run a baseline out of bounds play right now, but the ball is in the kind of what they call the coffin corner. It's a little offset.
Inbound Broom to Cardwell, top of the circle for Denver. Miles, left side. Throws it, left wing, Broom. Janai drives, spins, shy of the lane, into the lane. Turnaround jumper. Janai got it!
Well, he's been special all year, but back-to-back offensive possessions for the Tigers, he's been very special early in this game.
4-0 Auburn, 18:40 to go in the first half of play. Fears, a bounce pass. Kohler, right side of the key, inside the arc. Kohler to Fears, who bounces out to the top of the circle. Shot clock at 13. On the right wing, it's Akins, being hawked by Miles Kelly. Akins backs up, 9 to shoot for Michigan State. Akins into the corner. Kohler, a 3-ball from the corner. Good.
He's usually hits one a game. Maybe that's just his 1-3 ball, but he took Broom all the way out to the corner. Didn't really cover him very closely, and he ended up getting a 3-point shot off.
17th three of the year for Kohler. Auburn leads 4-3. Broom right wing, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Works on the wing. Bounce pass, Broom against Kohler. 15 to shoot. Near the right baseline. Spins to the basket. Reverse. He got it!
Janai Broom's just having his way offensively. 3 for 3 right off the bat.
6-3 Auburn. 17:45 first half of play. Fears a bounce pass to Jace Richardson. Richardson, the freshman, against Denver. Jones gets a step. Down the lane. Hangs, shoots, and scores with a foul in the play.
That's where Michigan State excels. They drive it hard to the middle of the paint. One thing you don't mind doing, you don't mind fouling, but don't foul jump shots and they end up fouling on the floater. Gives him an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Miles Kelly called for the foul. This is a great free throw shooting team, Michigan State. 77.8% this season. And Richardson at 83% from Columbus High School in Florida. He is originally out of Denver. Free throw is in the air, and he makes it a 1-point ball game.
He's the catalyst. We got to make sure we defend Fears because he can really score it. He and Jace Richardson as well.
Tied at 6, Auburn and Michigan State. Cardwell, top of the circle. Wants to send Broom through. Now hands the ball to Denver Jones. 14 to shoot for Auburn. Denver at the left wing, 9 to shoot. Double team. Low post, Cardwell. To the corner, to the wing, Chad Baker. To the top, Denver for 3. In and out. And the rebound pulled in by Richardson for Michigan State. Ahead to Fears. Free throw line for Fears. Top of the circle, Zapawa. Zapawa on the wing, inside the arc. To the wing it goes for Richardson. Michigan State looks for its first lead of the day. Richardson, pull up 3-ball, right wing. No. Rebound Miles Kelly. Auburn the other way. Miles across midcourt on the right-hand dribble. Pulls up at the left wing. Tied at 6. With 16:44 to go in the Elite 8. First half, Auburn and Michigan State. Right sideline, Chad Baker. 2 Broom inside the arc. Works on Kohler. 12 to shoot. Into the lane where he's triple teamed. Chad Baker. Left wing, Denver. Penetrates. Pull up from 15. No. Rebound, Janai. Into the corner. 3-ball, Miles. In and out. And the rebound, Kohler for Michigan State.
Oh, had a good look that time. Janai did a great job on the offensive rebound. Kicked it out to Miles. It just didn't go down.
Tied at 6, Auburn and Michigan State. 16-11 in the first. Fears on the left wing. Top of the circle. Another 3 from Kohler. This was no good. Whistle foul. That's going to go against Auburn. It's going to be a push on Zapawa. I think by Dylan Cardwell.
I think they were battling for jockeying for position for the rebound there, and I think Dylan just kind of nudged him a little bit.
Ron Groover, Jeffrey Anderson, and Don Daly are the officials. As Aiken and Fears come out, Holloman is into the lineup, along with Cohen Carr for Michigan State. Auburn goes to its bench. Tahad Pettiford is in, so is Cheney Johnson. Tied at 6. Right wing, Holloman. Top of the circle for Richardson. Richardson, bounce pass, baseline. Cohen on the reverse, puts it in.
Cohen's the best athlete on the Michigan State's team. He's about 6'6". He's an undersized 4, but he is massively explosive.
8 to 6, Michigan leads it. Left wing, Miles. Baseline left, it is Janai against Kohler. 15 to shoot. Backs it in against Kohler. To the wing, Miles, head fake. Pull up from about 15. Good!
There we go. We got one of the guards off right there. Nice fake. put it on the deck, created his own shot. Miles Kelly's off to a good start.
Tied at 8, 15-19, first half of play. Holloman near the right hash mark. Trying to get rid of Miles Kelly, who stays with him. On a curl, Jace Richardson on the wing against Hyde Pettiford. Two really good freshman guards. Cooper, right wing, pull-up jumper by Holloman. No, long rebound, weak side. Comes to Hyde Pettiford. Across midcourt for the Tigers, trying to regain the lead. Auburn and Michigan State tied at 8, 14-49 in the first half of play. Pettiford leaves for Chad Baker. Broom left wing, Miles penetrates. Pull up from 16 feet. Good!
Oh, that's two mid-range jumpers. Miles Kelly pulling up right at the elbow, looking good.
10-8 Auburn. Kohler picks up the dribble. Left wing picked up by Chaney Johnson outside the arc. Bounce pass to Carson Cooper. Cooper picked up by Broom. He threw it out of bounds.
That's the first time that the Spartans has kind of wilted against the pressure defense of the Tigers. Good defensive series then.
Timeout on the floor. Auburn ball when we come back. 14-26 in the first. Auburn 10, Michigan State 8 from the Elite 8 in Atlanta. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
It's 3 a.m. You could be ordering Whataburger, but you're not. You're staring at the ceiling thinking about that one time in 2003 when you told the whole class that your dad was personal friends with George Washington and that he sends you Christmas presents. Wouldn't you rather be eating a honey butter chicken biscuit? Crispy chicken drizzled with sweet honey butter sauce, all wrapped up with a fresh biscuit. And it's available at Whataburger, 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Think about breakfast, not George Washington. What a burger.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Alabama Power is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. 14:26 to go in the first half of play. Auburn ball when we return to action from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Tigers 10, Michigan State 8. Auburn has opened the game 5 of 8. All 5 of Auburn's shots from inside, or all 5 of Auburn's makes from inside the three-point arc. Michigan State 3 of 7 from the field, and Auburn has out-rebounded Michigan State. Randall Dickey 4-2 early on.
Statistically, the Tigers look really, really good. They've only fouled twice. The only negative on that play, they fouled once on the attempted three-point play. But the tempo is in the Tigers' favor right now. We've played 2 segments already. They've done really out to a good start. Defensively, they finally got a turnover just then, right before that timeout. I think to apply more pressure in the half court, spread Michigan State out, and continue to contain them on the hard drive to the middle.
Janai Broom out of the lineup for Auburn, gets his first rest. He's 2 points behind Bryce Brown with 637 points on Auburn's single-season scoring list. Dylan Cardwell in the lineup for Auburn at the point. Left wing Miles, top of the circle to High. To the right wing, picks it up at the top, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Auburn by 2, Tiger ball, 16 to shoot. Miles to the baseline against Jace Richardson, and a whistle and a reach-in on the freshman out of Denver, Colorado, Jace Richardson. Big Ten all-freshman. His career high this year, 29 points against Oregon back on February 8th. Tom Izzo didn't like that call. Jaden Akins will come in and will replace Richardson in the lineup.
The baseline out of bounds for the Tigers. They've been excellent all year long. They need to be even better going the next 2 or 3 games.
Low post, Cheney. Working. Drives into the lane. Pull-up jumper, Cheney. Good!
Beautiful one-on-one move. Michigan State's having a hard time guarding the Tigers. Too elusive, too quick, and to be not able to cover them, and the Tigers are creating space.
Shot that one over Frankie Fiddler. Auburn by 4. Akins left wing for Michigan. Out of the top, it's Cooper. Right wing pass knocked away, Miles Kelly. Down the left sideline. He waits for numbers. Drives to the hole. Gives for Chad Baker-Mazzara. To the wing. Miles, 3. Yes!
3-point splash, the first of many today. Nice assist by Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Auburn by 7. 15-8. Auburn fans on their feet in Atlanta. Holloman between the rings. Off the left side for Akins. Hands the ball there to Fiddler. To Kohler, or rather to Cooper, top of the key. Hands it right back to Holloman. Down the lane. Holloman off the glass. He didn't get it. Cheney pulls down the rebound. Outlet for Pettiford. To Hyde at the right wing. Pull up 3. No, long. Rebound Cheney. In traffic. Left wing. Miles 3. In and out. And the rebound to Fiddler for Michigan State. Oh, 2 good 3-point looks for Auburn.
Really good.
They
look.
drive underneath. Card over his head and out of bounds. 3rd turnover by Michigan State in the early going.
Got the ball back. You got a shutout. You could wipe off the 0 for 2 on the 3-point shots. You get the possession. Now's the time to go down and continue to increase this lead.
Broom and Denver Jones in. Miles Kelly and Cardwell out. Jeremy Fears Jr. back into the lineup, replacing Fiddler for Michigan State. Auburn by 8, 15-8. Excuse me, by 7. 12:47 on a counting clock in the first. Pettiford, left wing, top of the circle, Janai. Spins again, top of the circle to Hyde. 3 ball to Hyde Pettiford. Bang!
Big splash. We got the guards rolling now. The spark plug off the bench. 1 for 2 from the 3.
Fears, Holloman near the right corner in front of the Auburn bench. Low post, Cooper against Broom. Bangs his way shy of the lane. Picks up the dribble. To the wing for Holloman. Gets a screen. Drives out at the top. It's Akins. Down the right side of the lane. Now to Holloman at the top. 2 Fears. Lost it. Got it back. Right wing 3 ball. Michigan State. No. Rebound out of bounds. That's Auburn ball.
Just too quick right now. Too athletic. They've got way too much speed for the Michigan State Spartans. We've kind of stymied them right now. We need to continue to pound on this lead. Stretch it on out. 18-8. We need to go ahead and execute before this 12-minute media.
Among the many Auburn folks that are here today, Auburn's national championship men's golf team down to our left.
They certainly know how much pressure is trying to go for all the gold.
Broom, right side, top of the circle, Cheney. Left wing to Hyde Pettiford, to Broom. Working left side of the lane. Near double team. Spins to the basket. Broom to the hole. Yes!
Really nice move. He just goes one-on-one, spin to the baseline to the right.
Quickly the other way for Michigan State. Missed it. Rebound to Cooper. To the right wing for Holloman. It's a 3. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped out. It comes on the right side for Akins. He'll pop a 3. That's no good. Rebound Holloman, baseline right. 3rd crack on this time. 3 ball right side, in and out. Rebound Auburn.
They gave him 3-second opportunities. The resiliency of the Tigers just kept scrapping. Finally, Broom got his mitts on it.
12-point Auburn lead, 11-12 to go in the first half, 20-8 Tigers. Pettiford at the top, low post, Cheney Johnson. Just outside the lane, fadeaway, baseline left, didn't get it. And the rebound comes to Kohler for Michigan State. Off the right side, Holloman, wide open 3 ball. No. Weak side rebound, Carr back up, he missed it. Rebound, Kohler to the wing for Holloman and another 3. No. Long rebound, Cheney Johnson for Auburn.
Sure-handed Cheney Johnson on the rebounds. Him and Janai Broom's effort on the glass against Cohen and Kohler is unbelievable.
To Hyde Pettiford at the right wing for the Tigers, leading by 12. Crossover dribble, behind the back dribble. Right side got a screen. Leaves for Janai. Wide open 3. Good!
Oh my goodness, the roof's going to come off of the State Farm Arena. Janai Broom splashed a 3-point shot.
Michigan State calls a timeout. This place is up for grabs. First half today presented by Southern Union, conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn. Southern Union offers classes that easily transferred to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn 23, Michigan State 8, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Download the new and improved Auburn Game Day app. It's fully customizable to your interests with the new My Auburn tab. Plus, buy tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and get live in-game scoring. Plus, listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Download it now.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
It is a 17-0 run for the top-seeded Auburn Tigers over the second-seeded Michigan State Spartans, and it's 23-8 Tigers in the South Regional Final from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Jacob Hillman here with the check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Let me tell you, it's also as loud as I've ever heard an Auburn basketball game, I think, here with 20,000 Auburn fans in attendance. Looking at the Yellowwood scoreboard, we'll start with the West Regional Final. Last night, number 1 seed Florida took down 3-seeded Texas Tech 84-79. The Gators trailed by 9 with 3 minutes to play, but Walter Clayton Jr. had 30 points, including 13 in the final 5 minutes, to lead the Gators back to their 6th Final Four and first since 2014. We'll update you on all the regional finals as we continue with action today at State Farm Arena. Back for the story, here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
17-0 run by Auburn in the last 5 minutes and 1 second. That free ball by Janai Broome that sent Michigan State to the timeout. He now passes Bryce Brown for 7th on Auburn's single-season scoring list.
How about that? To do it on a three-point shot, to be the National Player of the Year, best player in the country. He has certainly shown that early in this game.
Chris Moore into the Auburn lineup for Auburn. Michigan State ball. Auburn crowd roars again. Fears works on Denver Jones between the circles. Fears gets a screen. Broome steps out on Fears, who drives to the baseline. Right side of the lane. Bounce pass. Free throw line. Drive by Fiddler outside the lane. Now into the lane. He lost the ball and he was fouled by Cheney.
They just continue to keep the ball live on their dribble, weaving in and out, just kind of snaking their way through down the paint until they finally drew the foul.
Fiddler. And now a timeout has been called. And Fiddler will shoot free throws when we come back. Media timeout, 10:04 to go in the first half. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit Mindy at paradise.com.
Unity.
Auburn basketball continues in a moment. Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh Sausage since 1947, a real winner.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
The Alabama Department of Public Health reminds you, don't wait, vaccinate. Stay current on all vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more.
10 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half of this final Elite Eight game in the men's NCAA basketball tournament. And your Auburn Tigers lead Michigan State 23-8. Auburn has gone on a 17-0 run in the last 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, and 24 seconds. Michigan State is 0 of its last 10 from the field, 1 of its last 13. They have not scored in the last 5 minutes and 46 seconds and have turned it over 3 times during that span. Coming out of the timeout, Frankie Fiddler will go to the free throw line. A transfer from Omaha. He's from the Omaha area, Bellevue, Nebraska. This is a really good free throw shooting team at Michigan State. You do not want free throws to become a huge factor late in this game because State flat out nails it from the free throw line.
No, the Tigers need to keep the pressure on. They're on fire right now. They're much quicker to the ball. They're more physical around the basket. 3 for 7 from the three. Holding the Spartans 1 for 9 from the three-point line. Shooting 62% and holding Michigan State to 18%.
Fiddler 86% from the free throw line, and he makes the first.
We've talked about this a lot throughout the year. When you're behind or any time that you're trying to catch up, scoring the basketball without the clock moving, getting to the free throw line, smart move by the Michigan State Spartans.
Fiddler knocks home both. That stops a drought of 5 minutes and 46 seconds and trims Auburn's lead to 13, 23-10. Pettiford just across midcourt, bounce past Chaney Johnson. To the free throw line, Janai put it up and didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by Fiddler for Michigan State. Up the floor in a hurry, Fears to the wing, left side for Akins. Picked up there by Chaney, out to the top for Fears. Auburn by 13 points, 7:30, make that 9:38 in the first half. Fears near the center.
If you're Chaney Johnson, get the ball kicked out and let the Auburn offense work itself out. They've been working for shots. That was a needless turnover.
First Auburn turnover of the night as we cross the 9-minute mark first half. Tigers 23, Spartans 13. Sapawa dribble handoff, right wing Richardson curling with his left diagonally down to the left box, lays it up and in. 7 straight for Michigan State. They've cut it to 7.
You can get curls against this Auburn defense. Tennessee's done it. Teams have done it all year. Michigan State got a great one from Jace Richardson.
Out of bounds.
When you put it on the deck this time of the year, this magnitude of a game, you better put it on the deck with authority and you better be headed somewhere. You can't just bounce it to see if it's got air in it.
First turnover against the Tigers. 8:58 to go in the first half. 5-0 run right now by Michigan State. Akins across midcourt, rather Fears. 2 Akins on the wing to Fiddler on the left wing. Top of the circle. Jeremy Fears Jr. Zabawa on a curl. Jace Richardson down the lane to the hole and got it.
Michigan State picked up their tempo, their speed of their offense, created that hard drive down the middle that we've talked about numerous times.
Left sideline, Denver Jones. Intended for Broom, out of bounds. Touch last by Michigan State. What is Michigan State doing differently defensively since the timeout?
Playing much harder. They're playing faster on the offensive end. The Tigers are a little bit nonchalant. We turned it over dribbling on the previous possession. That time we were lucky they knocked it out of bounds on a lazy pass to the post.
Broom, Chris Moore.
to Miles Kelly. Straight away, 3 Miles. No. Rebound, Chaney Johnson for Auburn.
Great offensive rebound.
To Denver Jones at the left wing. Denver maintains the dribble against Fiddler. 12 to shoot for Auburn. Denver drives, right wing Moore, into the corner, Miles. Right side, 7 to shoot. Miles penetrates through a double team, goes up, he lost it. Zabawa rebounds in the other way, it's Spears. They're on a 7-0 run. Fiddler, another wide open 3, he didn't get it. Rebound tapped, and Chaney knocked it away, and here's Auburn the other way. Tigers lead it 23-15. Denver turns the corner. On the left wing, step back 3 ball, didn't get it.
Three possessions in a row makes Michigan State happy that the Tigers have not scored.
Akins on the left wing. Top of the circle for Fears. Auburn's lead is 8. 7:34 in the first half of play. Fears between the circles. Now back to the top it comes for Richardson near the right hash mark. Picked up by Denver. Bounce pass to Akins, left wing. 9 to shoot. Akins against Miles. Inside the arc. Now back out to the top. Pops a 3. Missed it. Rebound Zabawa against Broom. Zabawa into the lane. Underneath, up, and he missed it. Rebound tapped. Broom rebounds for Auburn.
Janai is really battling. He's really battling hard.
Auburn's gone almost 3.5 minutes without scoring.
The power so long and so tall just goes over the top of Janai on that offensive rebound, but Janai never stopped working.
Baseball pass from Janai to Chaney. Back to Janai. Right corner Miles. Pull-up jumper. Baseline right. It was short. Rebound comes to Fears for Michigan State. Auburn's gone cold of late. They've missed their last 5. And Miles knocks down Jeremy Fears.
One thing the Tigers have done is going to the offensive glass. Michigan State's limiting the Tigers to 1 shot, and they're cleaning the defensive glass, adding their possessions.
That's the second foul against Miles Kelly. The experts at Sensagreen with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation, offering total comfort care for your Tiger family in East Alabama and Huntsville. Visit Sensagreen.com. Carrier, turn to the experts. 6:39 in the first. Auburn 23, Michigan State 18. Time now for a Yellowwood update. Here is Jacob Hillman.
Thank you very much, Andy. We look in the East region of the NCAA tournament, where the top seeded Duke Blue Devils took down the second seeded Alabama Crimson Tide, 85-65. It was a dominant effort for the Blue Devils pretty much all game long, as the Crimson Tide failed to score 70 for just the second time this season, and the 35.4% field goal percentage was the worst for the Crimson Tide in 2024 and 2025. It is the 18th Final Four for Duke, as Konica Nipple scored 21 points, had 5 assists, and grabbed 5 rebounds on its way to that. It was also the 15th straight win for the Blue Devils as they move on to the Final Four. For Alabama, Mark Sears only scored 6 points on 2 of 12 shooting, had 6 assists and 5 turnovers. Leading the way was Lavero Philon with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Moving on to the Midwest, Duke will face Houston, who defeated Tennessee earlier today 69-50 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, as the Cougars led the entire game. The Volunteers were only tied for 45 seconds with the Cougars before they just went on a big run and did not allow Tennessee to score much in the first half, as the Tennessee Volunteers only scored 15 first half points, the lowest by a 2 seed ever in the NCAA tournament. It's the 7th Final Four for Houston and first since 2021. LJ Cryer led the way with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And it was Emmanuel Sharp with 16 points on the day for the Cougars as they move on to the Final Four. So right now, the Final Four is top seed, or number 1 seed Florida out of the West, number 1 seed Duke out of the East, number 1 seed Houston out of the Midwest. Auburn can make it 4 number 1 seeds with the win over Michigan State today. It would face Florida with the win. The only time that all 4 1 seeds have made the Final Four was back in 2008 when Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, and UNC did it. That Final Four in San Antonio, Texas at the Alamo Dome. That's a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Now back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey as the Tigers lead the Spartans 23-15.
Auburn's gone 3 minutes and 50 seconds without scoring. Going into this media timeout, Miles Kelly picked up his second foul. Michigan State is on a 7-0 run and trimmed what was once a 15-point Auburn lead down to 8. Auburn has been whistled for 4 fouls in this first half. Michigan State 1. And the Spartans will have the ball out of bounds on the sideline following the foul as Pettiford replaces Miles Kelly in the Auburn lineup.
The Tigers were winning the rebounding battle up until that last segment. Now Michigan State has kind of nudged ahead of the Tigers 14-12 and with 6 offensive glass.
Michigan State will inbound. And they throw it into the backcourt for Jeremy Fears Jr., redshirt freshman out of Joliet, Illinois. Bounce pass inside the arc for Carr. Carr, low post. Kohler against Broom. Bangs his way into the lane. Turns, fades, shoots. Air ball. Air ball from 4 feet. Broom rebounds, outlet to Pettiford. And Kohler hears it from the Auburn crowd. Auburn's gone 4 minutes without scoring. Left wing, Denver Jones. Inside the arc, Broom. Double teamed to Jones. To the top, Pettiford. Penetrates down the lane to the hole. Goes up, ball blocked. It comes to Broom. Baseline left. 9 to shoot. Off the right corner, Pettiford. And it's deflected out of bounds by Fears with 5 to shoot. And Auburn will trigger down the right sideline as Chaney Johnson comes out. And Dylan Cardwell is in for the Tigers. Michigan State back to its bench. Carson Cooper, junior out of Jackson, Mississippi, played at IMG Academy, comes in. They get much bigger as Fears comes out.
Yeah, they're playing their Twin Peaks as well against Cardwell and Broom. It's a massive battle of strength underneath that basket.
Low post, Janai. 3 to shoot. Janai with the hook. He banked it in.
What a running jump hook by Janai Broom.
13 in the first half for Janai. 6 rebounds in the first half.
We got to continue to feed the beast, Andy. Throw that ball to Janai Broom and let him take us right to the basket.
25-15 Tigers. Richardson, right wing. Holloway, double team to the top for Cooper. Cooper picks up the dribble just inside the key to Richardson. Backs it up with 4 to shoot. Richardson against CBM. Richardson spins into the lane. Running left-hander, it's good.
That's where they just methodically move around, keep the ball alive on the deck. Finally, you make a mistake and they get it to the paint for a turnaround jumper.
7 for Richardson to lead Michigan State. Broom, left side of the lane, outside the arc, or inside the arc. Back door to the hole. Underneath, Cardwell! Double hand slam!
What a give and go. That was directed by Janai Broom as well.
That's our Sun-South drive of the game. Sun-South John Deere, preferred track for the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Richardson to Carr. Down the lane against Denver. Carr with a turnaround hook. No. Rebound Broom. Outlet Chad Bacon-Mazzara. Auburn by 10 with the basketball.
Broom continues to clean the glass.
Back door. Broom to the hole. No. Oh, and he tried to get it to Cardwell, and it's a turnover. Michigan State the other way. Richardson right down the lane. Gets bumped. Goes up. He missed it. He was fouled. Denver got him with the body. First foul on Denver Jones. And Richardson goes to the line to shoot 2. 83%.
That possession there, Andy, just showed you the speed of Michigan State.
Yes.
Off of that. They go baseline to baseline extremely fast. The Tigers didn't get back. They didn't build what they call the wall to keep that basketball in front of them.
Michigan State 3 of 3 from the line. Jace Richardson, 83% from the free throw line. 1 of 1 today. And the first is good. Richardson will come out if he makes the second free throw. And Jaden Akins out of Farmington, Michigan will come in.
He's been pretty productive. He's 3 for 4 from the field. 12 minutes, he's got 8 points. Make that 9.
His father, one of the all-time greats at Michigan State, Jason Richardson. He'll get a rest as Akins is back in. And Auburn's lead is down to 8 with 4:22 to go in the first half. Auburn 27, Michigan State 19. Michigan State just still 25% from the field, but 5 of 5 from the line. Auburn hasn't gone to the line yet. Broom off the left wing, top of the circle, Cardwell. Pettiford right side of the key. Denver on a curl. Off the left wing, lost his shoe. Goes down, gets the ball to Pettiford. 12 to shoot for Auburn. Tahad, right wing, Chad Baker. Down the right side, Janai, 7 to shoot. Janai did the double team. Chad Baker, 3 ball, right wing, no. Rebound tapped out by Cardwell, but it's run down by Akins. Michigan State ball trailing Auburn by 8. Denver has his shoe back on.
That was quick change there.
Holloman, double high screen. Off the left wing, gets another screen to the free throw line. Holloman backs it up. Another screen. At the top, it's Kohler. Left wing, Akins. Spins into the lane. Off the right side, Holloman. 5 to shoot. Holloman up and under. Blocked out of bounds by Cardwell.
Big possession right here with 3:28. Media timeout coming out of the media. Very important the Tigers continue to defend aggressively.
It'll be 4.1 seconds that Michigan State has to work with coming out of this timeout. Auburn 27, Michigan State 19. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half. It's the final Elite Eight game for this season. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Auburn half minute away from an SEC championship. 7 on the shot clock. Wendell Green with 5. Jabari inside to the basket. Dunks it and gets fouled. A resounding dunk for an SEC championship for Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Welcome back to State Farm Arena for the South Regional Final in the NCAA tournament, with the number 1 overall seed Auburn Tigers leads the number 2 seed Michigan State Spartans 27-19. There's 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half here at Atlanta, and in 3 minutes and 28 seconds of game action, we will have Kaneka halftime. On Kaneka halftime, we will look around the NCAA tournament bracket and all of those Elite Eight matchups that have already taken place. Auburn and Michigan State wrapping up the Sweet 16 Elite Eight weekend here in Atlanta. So we've got plenty of final scores and numbers to look at. And then we'll take a look around Auburn Athletics. Plenty of action going on the Diamond coming up next week on the Plains, as well as other winter and spring sports going on currently. And then finally we'll recap the first half with the first half numbers and how Auburn has held on to this lead, and some great numbers for individually for the Tigers. Until then, here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Urchin and Coach Brandon Dickey.
Auburn is 12 of 25 from the field. Janai Broom leads everyone with 13 points and 7 rebounds. Michigan State only 6 of 25 from the field, but perfect from the free throw line at 5 of 5. Auburn doesn't have a free throw yet. Michigan State will have 4.1 seconds, baseline left.
As physical as this game has been, Michigan State's only fouled 1 time, Andy.
Akins will trigger. They put Cooper in one wing and Carr in the far wing as they flatten it out. They get it out to the top. Holloman drives to the left wing. Kohler a 3. He's good.
The set play to get him a 3 ball out of the timeout. Good execution by Michigan State.
Sure
a little
was.
bit of a mix-up on the defensive assignments by the Tigers.
And Auburn's lead is trimmed to 5, 27-22. 3:09 in the first half of play. Broom, right wing, bounce pass Cardwell. Right back to Janai, down to the basket, put it up, missed it. Rebound to Cardwell, throws it. It's saved by Chad Baker-Mazara near midcourt for Pettiford. Shot clock at 8. 3 ball to High. No. And the rebound pulled in by Kohler for Michigan State. They're down 5 with the ball. Ball deflected. Pettiford to Cardwell. Auburn the other way. Denver Jones. Denver to the wing. Chad Baker-Mazara working there against Cooper on the left wing. Step back 3 ball. No. Rebound. Broom had it. Lost it. Ball run down by Kohler. for Michigan State.
Really important that the Auburn guards understand what time, score, and momentum is. 2:25 left in the half. Preserve this lead, what we have. Maybe try to increase it if we can.
Holloman turns the corner at the right wing, picks it up. Kohler at the top. Left wing for Akins. Goes baseline, up and under. He missed it. Broom rebound. Here's Auburn the other way. Chad Bacon-Mazzara hustles forward to the right wing. Leaves it for Pettiford on the right wing. Gets a screen from Broom. Turns the corner down the left side of the lane to the hole. Goes up and scores with a foul of the play.
What a play by Jahad Pettiford. He went to a different level athletically, went rim level, stuck it in amongst the trees. It got a chance for a three-point play. Wow.
Boy, when he turned the corner, he put it in another gear, didn't he?
That was quicker than a hiccup right there, Andy.
The foul was whistled against Cooper. It's his first. Just the second against Michigan State. And Jahad's free throw is Auburn's first attempt of the game as Chaney Johnson replaces Dylan Cardwell.
Tigers kind of needed that too. We were a little bit of a lull.
Free throw by Jahad. In and out. Doggone it. And the rebound to Fears for Michigan State. Auburn leads by 7. Fears a bounce pass left wing for Holloman. Down the left side of the lane for Cooper against Broom. Cooper to the wing for Kohler. Back to the top for Holloman. Off the right wing for Fears. 15 to shoot. Fears picks up the dribble. Holloman top of the circle. Penetrates. Goes up off the glass. Didn't get it. Broom rebounds.
Just continues to clean the glass.
9 rebounds, 13 points for Janai Broom in the first half of play. Auburn leads it by 7, 29 to 22. Turn, drive, up. It's no good. Tapped in by Broom on a rebound shot.
Wow, that's about as high elevation as I've seen Broom in a long time, but he was above the rim and tipped it in.
9-point Auburn lead. Double-double for Janai in the first half, 15 and 10. Holloman inside the arc. Kohler, left wing Richardson, picked up in a switch. Picks up the dribble, leaves it, low post, Kohler, pinned on into the basket. Kohler with 6 to Holloman left wing, back to Kohler. Kohler, up, and he walked! Auburn ball!
Defensive quickness, the athletic ability, and the activity that they're showing Michigan State right now is just too much.
Holloman comes out, so does Cooper. Zabawa is back into the lineup along with Fears for Michigan State.
The first time that we've had this in a while. 2-for-1 situation. We get 2 possessions in this last 50 seconds to 1 to Michigan State.
Down the lane, Pettiford. Picks it on the wing, Chaney Johnson. A 3-ball Chaney. No. And the rebound pulled in by Kohler for Michigan State. Team clock, shot clock about 9 seconds apart.
Now you're going to get the ball back. We need to get a defensive shutout, get the ball back, score at the end of the half, take the momentum into the locker room.
Fears with 14 to shoot. 22 seconds in the first half. Gets a screen. Drives it right side. Down the lane. Drive to the hole. Akins up and in with a foul. I think Denver just picked up his second foul. And Fears has a chance for a 3-point play.
One thing that they are trained so well to do, the guards at Michigan State, see a seam or a window or an alley that they can put it on the deck and get to the basket. They go full speed and hard-nosed and aggressive. That time, Aiken did the same thing, picked up the foul.
His first basket of the day trims Auburn's lead to 31-24. He can make it 34 or 31-25 right here. 15.9 seconds to go in the first half. They haven't missed from the free throw line in the first half. And they did there. Rebound Auburn. Broom is fouled. Zapawa was all over Janai Broom on that rebound.
What a player he has been in this first half on the defensive glass. Janai Broom has been something else.
15 points and 11 rebounds for Janai. Another double-double for Janai.
Man. What a player he is, and what a game he is having.
7-point Auburn lead, Tiger ball. Full length of the floor to go, 14.8 seconds in the first half. Michigan State will press. Inbound to Pettiford. To Hod. Across midcourt, top of the circle. Whistle and a hand check on Fears.
Well, they've got fouls to give.
Yeah, they do.
They're trying to squeeze this last 11 seconds. Maybe the Tigers could get something going to the basket in the act of shooting and draw the foul. That would be nice.
31-24, Tigers 11.9 seconds. Chad Baker will trigger down the right sideline for Auburn. Todd Pettiford pops out. Drives to the right wing. Top of the circle, Janai, 7. Drives into the lane, spins up, and nobody was fouled.
That's what we were looking for. What a move, but Janai. We finally get to the free throw line, Andy.
Second time today. Let's see if you knock him home. That was a foul against Shimon Zabawa. Was that his first or his second? I guess it's his first.
It looks on the screen. It's his first. Now we got 3.9,
yep.
3.9 left. Really critical for the Tigers defensively. Get those ball out of the middle of the floor, wall it off on the sideline, make them take an ill-advised shot, a long desperation three-point shot.
The foul shot was good by Janai. Auburn brings Chris Moore in. Denver Jones with 2 fouls comes out. And did Auburn call the timeout? Auburn called a timeout just to set up the defense
really
with 3.9 seconds to go. As quick as Michigan State gets the ball up the floor, Randall.
Well, really important, and we reflect back to previous NCAA tournaments. Missouri got beat by the UCLA in 1995. They went the length of the floor, 4.2 seconds for a layup to advance on down to the Sweet 16.
They won it all that year, did UCLA?
They did, and I was a part of that, one of those defeats in that. But one thing that Michigan State can do, they can 3.9 seconds as fast as they are, plus you don't want to foul.
No, you don't. 5 double-doubles in the tournament for Janai Broome. Now ties Jeff Moore's all-time school record. 5 double-doubles in an NCAA tournament, or in the NCAA tournament collectively for Janai Broome. All right, he's at the line. He's given Auburn an 8-point lead with 3.9 seconds to go in the half.
The Tigers go to their what you call a prevent defense. They put 3 guys at midcourt. One guy will take the ball. The other guy will take the basket. The third guy will kind of haze the basketball and make them pass one time.
Janai made both.
One time.
They get the ball quickly up the floor. Fears penetrates down the lane. Fears to the hole. He missed it. And the first half comes to a close.
That was very, very fortunate.
Boy,
right there.
Fears got down the floor in a hurry and got a good look, but he missed the layup. And with 1 half of basketball left in this Elite Eight, the final Elite Eight, the winner gets Florida Saturday in San Antonio. Your Auburn Tigers lead at the half. Auburn 33, Michigan State 24. Time now for Conecuh halftime. And here is Jacob Hillman.
Thank you very much, Andy. That was a first half of runs and a first half of droughts, but ultimately Auburn leads by 9. As we move to Conecuh halftime, Conecuh sausage is the official hot dog and smoked sausage of the Auburn Tigers. We check the Yellowwood scoreboard and take a look at the NCAA tournament bracket as the number 1 seed Florida Gators took down the 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders in the West region, but it wasn't easy as the Gators had to make a comeback, and Walter Clayton was the catalyst.
Clayton will lob it to Houck above the left elbow. Houck backdoor to Clayton, makes the catch inside. Has to dribble out of trouble in the paint, backs up, turns, fires a 3 from the top. It's good! He did it again! Clayton's got 28. Florida leads by 1. What a shot by Walter Clayton!
He had a layup. He dribbled out and shot a 3.
Inside a minute to go. Texas Tech ball down 1.
That shot by Walter Clayton took the lead for Florida for good as they overcame a 9-point deficit in the final 3 minutes of play to defeat the Red Raiders. That call courtesy of Westwood One and the NCAA Radio Network. Walter Clayton played fearless all night last night for the Gators. As the color commentator described, he was just outside the 2-foot circle and dribbled all the way outside the 3-point line for that 3-point shot to take the lead with 1 minute to go over the Red Raiders. He scored 30 points with 13 in the final 5 minutes of action. He also had 4 assists. Thomas Howell for Florida had 20 points and 11 rebounds off the bench to give a good spark there. But again, it was just a big second half comeback for the Gators as they had just 4 second half field goals with 8 minutes to play. But Walter Clayton Jr. made a big run to advance Florida to its 6th Final Four all-time and first since 2014. Texas Tech's season comes to an end as Darion Williams scores 23 points, has 5 rebounds and 3 steals. JT Toppin had 20 points and 11 rebounds for another double-double, as the Red Raiders, the difference was at the free throw line, as they only made 7 of their 13 free throws, while Florida was 25 of 27 from the charity stripe. The one positive for Texas Tech was a 22 points off turnover. Florida only scored 5, as the Red Raiders were able to disrupt the Florida offense until the last few minutes of action. Moving to the opposite side of the bracket, the winner of Auburn and Michigan State will face Florida on Saturday in the Final Four in San Antonio. This is the other side. The 1-seeded Duke Blue Devils and the 2-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide did battle at the Prudential Center in Providence, as the Blue Devils dominated and won 85-65, and the tone was set early.
And now Nelson throws back to the top to Sears. Sears driving into the lane. His shot swatted away. Malawach sends it 2 rows back over the baseline. It'll stay Alabama's way with 5 left to shoot.
That was one of 2 blocks for Malawach of Mark Sears, who only scored 6 points and had 6 assists as well as 5 turnovers in the loss of the Blue Devils. That call courtesy of Westwood One and the NCAA Radio Network. The Duke Blue Devils advanced to their 18th Final Four all-time with its 15th straight win this season, as Con Knippel scored 21 points, had 5 assists, grabbed 5 rebounds, and had 3 steals as well. For Alabama, it failed to score 70 points for just the 2nd time this season, and had its worst shooting night all season as well, with 35.4% from the field. Mark Sears was 2 of 12 himself. LeBaron Philon had an all-right night with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and 3 steals. But Alabama's season comes to an end, 85-65 to the Duke Blue Devils. Here at State Farm Arena, the Auburn men's golf team honored at midcourt of State Farm Arena, as the Tigers won the national title last year, currently ranked 2nd in the country. We'll give you their schedule here in the next segment of Connect at Halftime, but we continue with the check of the Yellowwood scoreboard, as the Houston Cougars, the 1 seed in the Midwest Regional, will face the Duke Blue Devils on Saturday in San Antonio, as the Cougars defeated the 2nd seed at Tennessee Volunteers at Lucas Oil Stadium 69-50 earlier today to advance to their 7th Final Four and first since 2021. LJ Cryer had 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Emmanuel Sharp was dynamic with 16 points as well. Tennessee had 15 first-half points, which is the lowest by a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament ever of all time. But Tennessee was able to score 35 second-half points and made it close at times, but Houston was able to pull away ultimately at the end of the game. The Volunteers never led in the game. It was only tied for 45 seconds, and it was the first 45 seconds of the game when it was 0-0. Chaz Lanier had 17 points, but he was 4 of 18 shooting from the field, as well as 2 of 12 from 3. It was Jordan Gainey who led the way for the Volunteers with 17 points on 6 of 12 shooting. He grabbed 3 rebounds and had 2 assists, as Lanier also grabbed 7 rebounds. So that is 3 number 1 seeds in the Final Four for the NCAA tournament in 2025. Auburn can make it a 4th, and if that does happen, it will be the 2nd time ever that has occurred. The first time was in 2008 when Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, and UNC each advanced to the Final Four in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome, which is where this season's Final Four as well. Before we continue with Connect at Halftime, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Your score at the half of the South Regional Final, number 1 seed Auburn over number 2 seed Michigan State, 33-24. There is plenty going on around Auburn athletics, and we tell you about it next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Welcome back to Conecuh Halftime, where Auburn leads Michigan State 33-24 at the break in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. Jacob Hillman here with you inside State Farm Arena. So we take a look around Auburn Athletics, and this look around Auburn Athletics is brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Number 11 Auburn baseball was swept by number 2 Georgia in Athens at Foley Field, and will be back at home on Tuesday to host UAB at Plainsman Park at 6 Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. You can tune in on your local affiliate, the Auburn Tigers app, or in the booth on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel if you're not able to make it out to Plainsman Park. Number 25 softball fell in Game 3 against Florida, 4-3, in a game that the Gators got all of their runs in the third inning. The Tigers will be back in action at Kentucky on Friday at 5:30 Central. Coverage will begin at 5:15 on Weagle 91.1 FM in the Auburn area, and the Auburn Tigers app everywhere else. Men's tennis defeated Arkansas 4-2 in its final home meet of the season, and on Senior Day on Friday. Will Nolan was the lone senior honored for the Tigers as they wrap up a 13-1 record at the Yarborough Tennis Center this season. Up next, Auburn heads to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama on Thursday at 5 Central. Number 8 women's tennis had a split weekend where it hosted number 10 Oklahoma and fell to snap its 5-match winning streak, but did bounce back today at Arkansas 4-1 as the Tigers will visit Kentucky on Friday at 5 Central. Number 1 Equestrian began its postseason at the SEC Equestrian Championship Friday against number 7 South Carolina, and the Tigers' streak of 6 consecutive SEC crowns will come to an end as they fell to the Gamecocks 10-8. They'll head to the NCAA Championship, though, on April 17th in Ocala, Florida. Women's basketball held the introductory press conference for new head coach Larry Vickers, who had spent the last decade at his alma mater, Norfolk State, leading the Spartans to 3 consecutive MEAC championships and NCAA tournament appearances. The voice of Auburn women's basketball, Britt Bowen, sat down with Coach Vickers in this War Eagle Plus face-to-face.
I know it's a busy day for you and your family here, and I know you're ready to hit the ground running. What are some of the first steps that you want to take as Auburn's new head coach?
Well, the first thing I want to do is cultivate relationships, build those relationships with the community, with the alumni women basketball fan base. And also, just all the hardworking people here every day that are going to help me be successful.
And long-term goal for the program?
Well, short term, we want to be dialed in. dialed in. It's something that we want to use. And then sometimes that changes. Sometimes we're tuned in. Sometimes we're zoned in, right? But we want to take that system that we built on discipline and intensity and accountability, and then take it to the basketball floor, but also, off the floor as well.
You can listen to the full conversation on War Eagle Plus, as well as the full introductory press conference with Coach Vickers. For more information on how to become a women's basketball season ticket holder, visit aubtix.com. The men's swim and dive program was at NCAA championships, and that concluded in Federal Way, Washington, with 7 Auburn athletes earning All-American honors. Gymnastics learned on Monday that it is the number 15 overall seed in the NCAA Gymnastics Championship and will head to Seattle for regionals next weekend. The Tigers will compete in the night session on Friday in Alaska Airlines Arena against number 1 seed Oklahoma, Nebraska, and the winner of the play-in between Illinois and UC Davis. The top 2 teams from each session on Friday will advance to the regional final on April 6th. Track and field's outdoor season continued this week at Terry Long FSU Relays, where it wrapped up action Friday, taking home 4 event wins. The Tigers will be back at action at Florida Relays in Gainesville this upcoming Friday. Number 19 women's golf took home a 3rd-place finish in its final regular season tournament, the Charles Schwab Women's Collegiate Invitational at Colonial Country Club. Sophomore Anna Davis led the charge, winning the individual title behind a final round 64, as well as a 54-hole score of 201 at 9 under, setting the program record for lowest score. Postseason will begin April 14th with the SEC Championship at Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. Number 2 men's golf. We mentioned they are here in attendance and were honored at halftime for its national title last season. The Tigers will be back in action at the Mason Rudolph Championship on Friday in Franklin, Tennessee. The national champions, as I mentioned, are right on the baseline. So pretty good seats for the best team in the country as they cheer on Auburn men's basketball. Speaking of Auburn men's basketball, with the win, we'll be back in action Saturday against Florida in the Final Four from San Antonio. Obviously, stay tuned to auburntigers.com and the Auburn Tigers app, as well as the Auburn Tigers social handles at AuburnMBB for full schedules and more information, as well as travel packages with a win. Obviously, got 20 more minutes to do that. And that look around Auburn Athletics was brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Again, your score at the half. Auburn 33, Michigan State 24. We take a look at the first half stats when Connecticut halftime continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
29-22. Turn, drive, up. It's no good. Tapped in by Broom on a rebound shot.
Wow, that's about as high elevation as I've seen Broom in a long time, but he was above the rim and tipped it in.
That put by Janai Broom gave him his 5th double-double in the first half this season for Janai, including 2 in the last game. That was also his 5th career double-double in the NCAA tournament, tying Jeff Moore for the most in a tournament in school history. The halftime numbers are brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Auburn leads Michigan State 33-24 at the break here on Connect at halftime, as Scott Scroggins is doing a great job, just going crazy sending these awesome notes for us to use at Scroggins on Twitter. Auburn has outscored its first 3 opponents in the tournament by 12 points in the second half, so that's a note to keep an eye on as we move forward in tonight's game. But also, it is the 16th time Auburn has held an opponent to under 30 points in the first half this season, including all 4 games against Big Ten opponents. As we look at the stat sheet for Auburn and Michigan State, Janai Broome is the leading scorer and rebounder with 17 points and 11 rebounds. Miles Kelly is the second leading scorer with 7 points, as Tahad Pettiford is the leading assist man with 3. For Michigan State individually, Jace Richardson, the dynamic freshman, has 9 points to lead the way for the Spartans, as Jackson Kohler leads the way on the boards for them. And on the boards, it is equal between the Tigers and Spartans with 20 apiece, as Michigan State has grabbed 7 offensive rebounds to Auburn's 6 and 13 defensive to Auburn's 14. In the paint, Auburn has outscored Michigan State 18-10. That was a key point of focus, as Michigan State likes to drive the ball with its guards. And the reason Auburn has this 9-point lead is a lot due to the big scoring run in the first half. 17-0 run with 10:29 to go in the first half. That was the biggest lead for Auburn at 15, now down to 9. Michigan State's only led for 22 seconds in this game, as it did take the lead at 1 point. And then we take a look at the shooting numbers. Auburn in the first half shot 14 of 32, 43.8%. Michigan State was 8 of 30 for 26.7% from 3. Both teams were 3 of 13 for 23.1%. And at the free throw line, Michigan State was 5 of 6, and Auburn was 2 of 3. That is a check of the halftime numbers, as Auburn leads Michigan State 33-24 in the South Regional Final and the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. We will have second half action from State Farm Arena with voice of the Tigers Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey after this.
You've been listening to Conecuh Halftime. Conecuh is the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Get one on your next visit to Neville Arena, or make Conecuh part of your game day wherever you are. The second half is 2 minutes away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying, skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
For 60 years, Four Seasons Federal Credit Union has been your trusted partner in financial services. With our awesome products and services, competitive rates, and lower fees, we've helped countless members achieve their financial goals. Join us so we can help you. Accounts federally insured by NCAA. Membership eligibility required. Some restrictions apply. Ask for more details.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the Orthopedic Clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse, famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjordan Parkway and Wire Road.
Halftime at State Farm Arena. Auburn 33, Michigan State 24. Spartans have the arrow to open the second half of play. Auburn led by as many as 15 in the first half. The Tigers this season have been averaging in the NCAA tournament 35.3 points per game in the first half. Randall in the second half, that's where Auburn's done its business, averaging 45.7 points per game in the NCAA tournament in the second half. What has to happen for that to continue here today?
I think you got to get back to the speed game. We're dominating the glass on the defensive end with Janai Broom, even though they've got 20 rebounds and we have 2. We went on a 17-point run early in the first half. Let's get on a run in the second half, maintain it, continue to lead, continue to build on this. It starts on the defensive end.
Beers, Akins, Richardson, Kohler, Zabawa for Michigan State. Jones, Kelly, Baker, Mazzara, Broom, and Cardwell for Auburn. Michigan State ball to open the second half. Richardson a screen, drives down the lane, goes up and missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Miles Kelly. And Miles is knocked to the floor on that rebound. For Miles Kelly,
really good way to start the first possession of the defensive end of the second half. Force a tough shot and then climb the defensive glass. Really strong.
Second foul on Richardson.
Gives us a chance to set up. We'll run a set play here.
Denver Jones across midcourt for the Tigers. Basket to our left. Auburn by 9. Just the start of thing in the second half. Broom, back door. Oh, they had Chad Baker-Mazzara wide open. Wide open and overthrew it. Oh, my goodness. That is an easy layup. Wow. Spears will bring it up the floor for Michigan State. Auburn got the exact play it wanted. Spears, left wing, gets a screen from Richardson. At the right wing, lobs it. Zabawa missed the dunk, but it went in anyway.
They're going to start utilizing that because of Auburn's hedging on that ball screen, leaving that center wide open. They have not thrown him the ball in the first half. They did just then.
Cardwell from Denver, right down the lane. Denver slams it.
There we go, give and go. Cardwell made a great pass to Denver Jones.
Spears quickly up the floor for Michigan State. Hits Kohler. Left side with a pass for Akins. Auburn by 9 again. 18:51 in the second half of play. They go to low post. Kohler against Broom. Bangs his way into the lane with the right hand. He scores.
He's powered his way in. They've made a precedent in this second half to go inside to Sapawe and Kohler.
Auburn's lead is 7, 35-28. Broom. Left wing, Miles Kelly. Miles out at the top for Denver Jones. Try to pass underneath, ball deflected away and a steal, and a foul on Denver, and that's his third. Auburn has turned it over in 2 of the first 3 times down the floor. And that's the third foul on Denver Jones, and he'll come out. And Tahad Pettiford is in for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's too early in the second half to waste that. It's 18-22. You're going to have a media timeout at the 16-minute mark. Take him out, let him get a drink of water, let him rest, refocus his mind, and he'll come back in much better.
18-22 in the second half. Auburn 35, Michigan State 28. Spartans basketball. Jeremy Fears Jr. to the left wing. Head fake at 3. 3-ball Richardson to in and out. Rebound Cardwell for Auburn. Well, that was down the cylinder and came out. Auburn's lead is 7. Pettiford across midcourt. Todd scored 15 in the second half against Michigan on Saturday. Right corner, Janai Broom. Drives on Zabawa to the basket, went up, blocked, got it back, 12 to shoot. Working on Zabawa again, double team, corner. Chad Baker-Mazzara for 3, in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Kohler for Michigan State. Fears quickly up the floor, all the way to the hole, blocked, and a goaltend against Broom. And that cuts the lead to 5.
To tell folks how fast he is, he gets the rebound underneath the basket.
Cooper in. And Zabawa comes out for Michigan State.
And Fears speed dribbled down the floor, beat everybody down the floor, and Broom actually caught him and had to try to block it, ended up goaltending. But we've got to get that defensive transition under control and flatten him out a little bit.
Pettiford, Kelly, Broom, right wing, Chad Baker-Mazzara. turns the corner, kicks it out to the top for Miles Kelly. Left wing at the top, Chad Baker, 17 to shoot for Auburn. Puts it on the floor, drives, behind the back dribble, step back, three ball, air ball. And saved by Cardwell to Kelly in the left corner, shot clock at 8. Miles with 7, penetrates to the top. Chad Baker, three ball. Yes!
Finally got one to go down. He just stayed persistent. He had a good penetrating pitch by Miles Kelly, and CBM stuck it in the hole from the 3.
Auburn by 8. That reignited the crowd, didn't it?
Sure did.
Ball straight. Oh, and a whistle and a foul against Miles. And that's his 3rd. Looked like a steal by Miles. He was going the other way, and he picked up his 3rd foul. This happened against Ole Miss on Saturday. The free throw discrepancy was large.
Well, it's amazing. I thought Coach Pearl made a great point in his pregame talk about how the defensive pressure is so much different when your defensive pressure is on the perimeter compared to the defensive pressure on the inside.
Yep.
And as quick as Auburn's arms are, as long as arms with Miles Kelly, CBM, Denver Jones, Tahad Pettifer, they just swarm those guys and end up, maybe they are anticipating a foul instead of seeing it.
Kelly with 3 fouls comes out. Chris Moore is in for Auburn. Holloway, a screen. The right wing, picks up the dribble. Top of the circle, Kohler. Hands to Richardson, turns the corner, down the lane. He walked, got away with it. His shot was blocked by Cardwell. Chad Baker Mazzara up the floor for Auburn. Down the lane, throws it. Cardwell to the hole, up and in!
What a play by Dylan Cardwell. Made the block on one end, the finish on the other, and a good pass by CBM.
10-point Auburn lead, 40-30. Left wing Akins for Michigan State. Bounce pass, Kohler against Broom. Bangs his way into the lane. Up with the right hand, it's good.
That's the only way they can continue to score. They're committed to throw that ball to the block, going one-on-one against Broom, trying to make him and wear him down and go right at him to draw some fouls.
High Pettiford bounce pass to the left wing for Chad Baker Mazzara. Inside the arc, Broom against Kohler. 13 to shoot. Spins past Kohler, lost it, fouled by Kohler. Michigan State says that Janai hooked him, but it's a foul in Michigan State. Auburn ball when we come back. 15:54 to go in the second half. Auburn 40, Michigan State 32. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
O'Reilly. Extend the life of your engine with a full synthetic oil change and save at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, pick up 5 quarts of O'Reilly full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard oil filter for $29.99. Or upgrade to a MicroGuard Select filter for just $2 more. Limit supply. Offer in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Chick-fil-A is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
War Eagle, and welcome back to State Farm Arena in Atlanta. It's the final Elite 8 game of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for 2025. The winner faces Florida at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio on Saturday. And Auburn now leads 40-32 against Michigan State. Number 1 seeded Auburn Tigers. Number 2 seeded Michigan State Spartans. The foul was called against Jackson Kohler going into the timeout break, his second foul. And Auburn will have the ball out of bounds, baseline left with 20 to shoot.
Really thought that was an explosive move by Janai Broom that time. He was about 12, 14 feet off the block with his back to the basket. He felt where Kohler was at, spun baseline, and did it with some serious conviction to get to that rim, and ended up Kohler fouling.
Denver Jones back into the lineup. Remember, he has 3 fouls as Chris Moore sits down. Cardwell, Baker-Mazar,
during the timeout at 17:39, confirm the goaltend.
All right, thank you. So it was a goaltend against Janai Broom, as we were led to believe.
They've gone with even a bigger 3-man to match up with Mazzaro. With
inbound, Chad Baker to the wing for Pettiford. Turns the corner, free throw line, down the lane to Hod to the hole. Yes!
What a beautiful set play out after a baseline out of bounds for a score for the Tigers.
Cohen at the top, Kohler. Holloman, Auburn by 10. 15:40 in the second half. Akins at the right wing against Chad Baker. Mazar got a screen, drives on Broom, puts it up, blocked by Janai. Comes to Kohler. He penetrates underneath, and Cooper dunks it.
Well, they never did switch off. When they did, we left the guy wide open underneath the basket.
Auburn's lead is 8, 15-16, second half of play. To Hod Pettiford, a bounce pass, Chad Baker Mazar between the circles. Looked for Broom, didn't get it there. Now Janai comes up, gives him a screen. Great pass, Janai to the hole, up and in, and a foul in the play.
And one. What a great pass by
yes, sir.
CBM.
He threaded a bounce pass needle to Janai down the lane.
Yes, and one of the hardest passes you can do is throw down the lane from the top of the key toward the basket with a guy moving toward the basket to retrieve it, catch it, and try to finish, and Janai did.
Chris Moore, Chaney Johnson in. Denver Jones sits down. So does Dylan Cardwell. Auburn by 10. Janai can make it 11 at the free throw line. 19 points and 12 rebounds for Janai Broom. Free throw in the air. He got it.
Nicely done by Janai Broom. What a catch and what a pass by CBM.
11-point Auburn lead. Under 15 to go in the second half. Akins left wing. Low post. Kohler working on Chaney. Trying to back his way in. Baseline to the hole. Blocked by Chaney and a foul on Chaney. Kohler got a step and Chaney tried to block it from behind and was called for the foul, and Jackson Kohler, who's 81%, is at the line for a couple. Folks here look at the replay monitor. They're not convinced that that wasn't just a good block by Chaney Johnson.
It's an absolute battle underneath both ends of the basket. The bigs are really dominating this game, but it's the guards that are getting the credit for it.
Kohler at the free throw line. The first is good. Jackson Kohler has 11 points. He's the first in double figures for the Spartans. Janai Broom with 20 leads everybody. Kohler can cut the lead to 9. By the way, Kelly back into the lineup for Auburn and Chris Moore out. They're in the lane early. Oh, they're going to call that on Auburn? I thought their guy was in the lane early. Nope, they called it on Auburn. He missed the free throw. Their guy was in the lane early. He must have been pushed. And now Kohler with a chance to cut the lead to 9. And he took advantage. Junior out of American Fork, Utah, Jackson Kohler. Makes it a 9-point ball game. 14-48. Auburn 45, Michigan State 36. To Hod Pettiford, leaves for Chad Baker. Top of the circle, Chaney. Now to Kelly. To Baker. Low post, Broom. To the hole, dunks it! Right down to Hart!
Unbelievable. They run the same play again. CBM handling the ball at the top of the key. Set the screen. A quick roll out by Broom, and that time he just tore the basket down.
11-point Auburn lead. Holloman, left sideline for Akins. 16 to shoot. Working on Chad Baker. On the wing, Fiddler. Back to Holloman. Turns the corner. Goes left wing, Fiddler. Goes baseline. Reverse. It's good. They are going to the basket, Randall, in the second half.
And both teams are really attacking that rim with vengeance.
Auburn by 9, Tiger basketball. Chad Baker-Mazzara, right wing, step back, 3 ball. CBM didn't get it. Holloway with a weak side rebound for Michigan State. Auburn's lead is 9, State basketball. Holloman hits Cooper. Left wing, Cone. Cone down the lane against Broom. Goes up. He missed it. Rebound. Fiddler to the top for Holloman for Michigan State. Low post, turnaround. Cooper missed it. May have been blocked by Broom. Rebounded by Chad Baker-Mazzara.
It's an absolutely man's world around that basket today.
Tigers by 9. 13-20 in the second half. Pettiford on the wing. 3 ball straight away. Didn't get it. Rebound right to Chad Baker-Mazzara. To Chaney. To the corner. Miles 3. No.
Ooh, boy, that would have been a big splash right there. That would have really.
Cooper hits Holloway up the floor. 9-point Auburn lead. Holloway inside the arc hits Cooper. 1 dribble, picks it up. Knocked away by Broom and a reach in on Janai.
It's just kind of the way Michigan State plays. They just kind of hang around in single digits and hang around and then make a quick run. The Tigers need to increase this lead, take advantage of some easy shots.
12:54 to go. There's another media timeout coming in a minute. Broom's going to get a rest as Cardwell returns to the lineup. Moore is in replacing Kelly.
He's well-deserved. 12:54. You'll get a media timeout under the 12-minute mark. Maybe he'll regroup quickly, recharge his batteries, and get right back in.
Auburn by 9. Fears, top of the circle for Michigan State. Works down the right side of the lane, picks it up, gets the ball to the free throw line. Jace Richardson. 6 to shoot. Richardson against Dillon. Down the lane, lobs it up there. He didn't get it. And the rebound, Auburn. Foul on the play. Oh, no! Oh, no! It goes against Chaney Johnson. I think it was Chaney.
Yes. He was just trying to shield his man.
Sure was.
Box out a little too aggressive that time.
3rd foul on Chaney. 3rd Auburn player with 3 fouls, joining Denver and Miles. Out to the top, it comes for Holloman. Auburn's lead is 9, 12 and a half minutes to go in the second. Holloman gets a screen. There's a foul on Zabawa. He put out the hip. Moore draws the foul. Denver is in. Moore comes out. Auburn ball with a 9-point lead and 12:26 to go in the half.
Big defensive possession there. Big call to get the illegal block. Tigers need to get the double figures lead and stretch this on out. Michigan State has really been stingy about giving up that basket.
Beneford, right sideline, Chad Baker. Top of the circle, Chaney. Looks left for Denver Jones. 19 to shoot for Auburn. Denver, top of the circle, Chad Baker. Penetrates near a double team. Underneath Cardwell, Dillon. Left corner to the top. Jones, right wing, corner. Pettiford 3. Bang, bang, bang!
Splash, that's going to go in the highlight. Every player on the floor for the Tigers touched the ball and found an open Pettiford.
Reverse missed and a foul is called. A reverse miss by Michigan State. Foul in the Spartans. We go to a timeout. Auburn leads by 12. Auburn 50. Michigan State 38. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Former Auburn quarterback, former assistant coach, Larry Blakeney. Your name is now part of the field at Troy.
Yes, sir.
You look back, that's a Hall of Fame career for you, yes, Larry.
I appreciate it, man. I don't know how all that happened, but we enjoyed it. I think that's how you get to be whatever. You know, you go about your daily task and you feel good about what you're doing and who you're working for and who you're working with. And, of course, Jack Hawkins, the president, and Johnny Williams, my AD, and others, certainly assistant coaches and players, made a lot of difference in my life.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
The number 1 overall seed, Auburn Tigers, leads the number 2 seed, Michigan State, in the South Region's Elite 8 regional final game, as there is 11:52 to go in the ball game here at State Farm Arena. Jacob Hillman here with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard, as it has been all 1 seeds to win their Elite 8 game. Number 1 Florida took down the 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders 84-79 in the West. The number 1 seed Duke Blue Devils took down the number 2 seed Alabama Crimson Tide 85-65 in the East. The number 1 seed Houston Cougars took down the number 2 seed Tennessee Volunteers 69-50 earlier this afternoon in the Midwest region in Indianapolis. If Auburn were to win this game, it would only be the second time ever that all 1 seeds made it to the Final Four. That first time back in 2008, Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, UNC did it in San Antonio. That's a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Now we hand it back to voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, Coach Randy Dickey.
Auburn's trainer, athletic trainer that is, Clark Pearson, looking at the left hand, perhaps the wrist, maybe the thumb of Chad Baker-Mazzara, who's on the bench right now for Auburn. On the floor, Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, Dylan Cardwell, Tahad Pettiford, and Cheney Johnson. Auburn leads it by 12 after the 3 by Pettiford, in which all 5 guys touched the ball in offense. A missed reverse layup at the other end of the floor, and Zabawa's 3rd foul.
That offensive possession, Andy, was as good an offensive possession as the Tigers have had the entire season. Every player touched it. Pettiford was the beneficiary at the end of it and buried the 3.
Cardwell at the top. Back to Pettiford. To Denver. Low post. Cardwell went up for the dunk and was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a couple. He came up just a little short on that dunk attempt, but was fouled in the process. That's the 4th foul on Zabawa. That's the 4th foul on Zabawa. One of the things about this Michigan State ball club, Randall, is, I mean, they're really, really deep, but Zabawa picking up his 4th foul here at 11:38 cuts down on their depth a little bit.
Well, Zabawa is a better defender, better rebounder. Kohler's a better scorer offensively, but can't defend as well. And they're going to have to take him out of the game, I think, unless they just leave him in.
2 free throws. First one missed by Dylan Cardwell.
But this battle around the basket is as fierce and physical as we have seen all season long.
Fiddler back in, replacing Zabawa. Come on, Dylan, get this second one to fall. He doesn't bounce the ball, flexes the knees, puts it up, and missed it. Rebound out of there. It's run down by Michigan State. Auburn's lead is 12. Michigan State ball. Left wing Akins. Out to the top for Fears. Picked up by Chris Moore. 17 to shoot for Michigan State. Now to Kohler straight away. Hands the ball. Richardson turns down the lane, off the glass. He got it.
Just hard to guard. They just open that 3 out, 2 in. Offense that they run, they spread the floor wide and leave the middle wide open and then just drive it hard.
Janai Broom in at the next break for Auburn. Pettiford, left side of the circle. 3 ball in the air. Tahad, air ball. Saved by Moore. No, he was out of bounds. And Michigan State will get the ball back with Auburn leading by 10 and 10:56 to go in the second half of play.
Oh, I keep reverting back time, score, and momentum is so important for young people to learn. When to and when not to are big decisions in the game of basketball.
They pick the ball up at midcourt. Jeremy Fears Jr. Auburn's lead is 10. Fears against Pettiford. To the baseline. Fiddler to the hole. Reverse. He missed it. Rebounded by Cardwell. Broom and Fiddler down at the other end of the floor. It's 4-on-4 right now. Pettiford working on the wing against Richardson. And Broom is down. Janai is not getting up. He is lying down, or he's sitting up. And it's his right.
I think he got cut.
Well, I'm not sure what it is. Clark Pearson quickly out to tend.
Another Michigan State trainer gave him a towel.
Is there blood, perhaps?
That's the only reason that I said that is because I felt like he was trying to cover something up.
Auburn's lead is 10. Janai is sitting up and talking with Auburn's athletic trainer, Clark Pearson. Looks like he's holding his right. I think it's his right elbow, but I can't be sure. It's at the other end of the floor.
It's on the right side because he's moving his left hand. Maybe he got, as he went and got the block, he might have got a stinger on that
perhaps
elbow when he landed on the floor. But we're going to find out here pretty quickly.
Janai still sitting down near the Michigan State basket. And now Janai is looking at his right elbow, and he's going to get some help. He gets up. He is favoring that right. He's going to have to come out because Clark Pearson's on the floor for Auburn. Jeremy Fears with a pat on the backside for Broom. Boy, Janai Broom, 22 points and 12 rebounds. My goodness. And he'll come out. And let's see who Auburn puts in his place. It will be Auburn ball with 20 to shoot, 10:37 to go in the second half, and Auburn leading by 10, 50-40.
It's even more important right now, before this 8-minute media, squeeze that clock down. You've got to be very efficient offensively without your best player, the best player on the floor, not only for all the 20,000 that's here, for everybody that's listening to us on the radio. We lost the best player on the court. We've got to be really careful and be efficient.
Cardwell to Denver Jones between the circles. Shot clock at 15. Turns the corner inside the arc. On the left wing, shot clock at 11 for Denver. Drives into the lane, gets bumped up from 15, in and out. Rebound Chaney. Head fake twice, goes up, and it's stripped out of his hand.
Got a new 20. They put the ball in the second best player's hands in Denver Jones. He created a shot, it just didn't go down. But what about the relentless effort by Chaney Johnson?
Auburn ball out of bounds. Miles to the wing, Pettiford to the top for Cardwell. Right back to Pettiford. On the left wing, 10 to shoot. To Hott at the free throw line. 15-footer, no. Rebound, Michigan State. Jace Richardson up the floor at the right wing for the Spartans. Auburn's lead is 10. Michigan State basketball. Broom on the bench, so is Chad Baker-Mazara. Fiddler tried to go baseline, was cut off. Inside the arc with 12 to shoot. Fiddler against Cardwell. Spins on Dillon. Out to the top for Akins. 7 to shoot. Akins against Dillon. Drives off the glass. He missed it. Rebound Kohler. Had it, lost it. Ball is loose. That's out of bounds to State. Auburn couldn't tie up Kohler to get a jump ball.
Yeah, they'll reset it to 20.
Yep.
They thought it was a change of possession. It was at 30.
We understand that Janai Broom has at least left the floor here at State Farm Arena. We don't know if he's gone to the locker room, but he has gone back into the hallway to the bench to Auburn's right. Chris Moore comes in, and Denver Jones is out for Auburn.
Even more important now, we got Miles Kelly to Hodge, Pettiford, Chris Moore at the guard position, the power forward spot. Chaney Johnson has got to be relentless and come up with those loose balls. And then, of course, you've got the cap anchoring the defense.
20 on the shot clock. Michigan State, the inbound Fiddler into the center circle for Jeremy Fears Jr. Working on to Hod. Pettiford picks up the dribble. High post pass for Fiddler against Chaney. Got a screen. Left wing, 3 ball. Jace Richardson didn't get it. Rebound, fought for, Michigan State ball. And Fears is knocked down by Tahad Pettiford.
This will be their third opportunity on this one possession. Second chance opportunities is one thing that you've got to eliminate this last 20 to maintain this 10-point lead. Somebody's got to come up with that rebound.
Out of bounds down the left sideline. Fiddler with 20 to shoot. Timeout. Hold on. The guys wiping up the perspiration hadn't left the floor yet. That's a good idea to let them off.
I think the officials are a little excited also.
Auburn's lead is 10, 50 to 40. 9:20 in the second half. Michigan State ball. Third crack at this offensive possession. Fears left-hand dribble. Fiddler left wing against Chaney Johnson. Fiddler. Bounce pass to the top for Jace Richardson. Puts it on the floor, drives, blows up, loses it. Here's Moore ahead. Chaney Johnson, one-on-one against Carr to the hole. Yes!
What a finish, what an assist by Chris Moore. Chaney Johnson turned into a track meet right there, raced him to the basket and stuck it in the hole.
12-point Auburn lead. 8:50 in the second half. Fears, bounce pass, Richardson, inside the arc, Kohler, faces Cardwell, bumps his way in, Kohler, fade away. Yes, nothing but net for Jackson Kohler. Ball was knocked over the Michigan State bench. No press by Michigan State. Auburn leads by 10. 8:35 to go in the second half of play. Chad Bacon-Mazzara will come in at the next break for Auburn. It could be at the next timeout of this one. Pettiford down the left side of the lane. To the basket, up. Oh, he didn't get it. And the rebound comes to Michigan State. Auburn's lead is 10, Michigan State ball. Fears at the left wing. Picked up by Cardwell. Off the right side, Fiddler. Head fake, picks up the dribble. Out to the top of the circle for Fears. Left wing for Cone. Top of the circle, Fears. Down the lane, head fake. Fade away over Cardwell, didn't get it. Rebound fought for. Run down by Miles Kelly in the corner.
Big defensive stand right there, and what a defensive rebound by Miles Kelly. Every possession, 7:49 left, and to have a chance to go to the Final Four is so valuably important.
Cardwell to Pettiford, down the lane, Chaney to the hole, it was blocked. And here is Fiddler the other way for Michigan State. Left wing, baseline, Cone, head fake, drives, cut off by Cardwell to Fiddler down the lane, up and missed, and he's going to go to the line for a couple. And we have a timeout. 7.5 minutes to go in the second half. Chad Bacon-Mazzara in at this timeout break. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. 7.5 minutes to go in the second half in Atlanta. Auburn 52, Michigan State 42. State shooting free throws when we come back. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen. And this is Sarah Beth. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese. I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to the superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Cook's Pest Control presents Protect the Perimeter. Call Cook's Pest Control to guard your home and business from pests and termites.
Now, this hadn't been a game with a lot of threes made. Michigan State is 3 of 14 from 3. 0 of 1 in the second half. Auburn, 5 of 21 from 3. 2 of 8 in the second half. These two teams have they have gone to the low post here in the second half in a variety of ways. And as we come out of the timeout break, Janai Broome back, we believe, in the Auburn locker room, or at least off the floor, has hyperextended his right elbow when he fell on that rebound. Chad Baker-Mazzara, they were working on his left thumb, it appeared, his back into the ball game for Auburn, along with Dylan Cardwell, Chaney Johnson, Denver Jones, and Miles Kelly. And as we come out of the timeout, Frankie Fiddler is at the line to shoot 2 for Michigan State, with Auburn leading by 10, 7.5 minutes to go in the second half of play.
It's a big segmented time, 7:30 left. Got to get to the 4-minute media with the same type of lead.
And somebody offensively has to step up for Auburn with Broome out of the ball game.
That is for sure, and all 5 Auburn Tigers must become defensive rebounds. Now, if you get a knockdown or a kick out real quick or a long rebound that you can race down for a transition offensive basket, that's one thing. But if you don't, all 5 guys got to turn and pursue the basketball on the defensive rebound.
Fiddler is 2 of 2 from the line. He's 3 of 3 now. Frankie Fiddler, senior from Bellevue, Nebraska, transferred in from Omaha. He can cut the lead to 8 right here with 7.5 minutes to go in the second half. And he does. Michigan State, 9 of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
We're going to put the other scoring guard, Aiken, in.
And they're going to press the inbound to Denver Jones. He'll work against Jeremy Fears up the floor. Auburn's lead is 8. Hand the ball to Kelly between the circles. Chaney. Right wing, Chad Baker. Low post, Chaney. Baseline right. Chaney backs it in against Cone. Backs it in, turns, shoots, scores!
Beautiful one-on-one move. That's taken over from where Broome left off. Throw the ball to the block, go one-on-one, stick it in the basket, make Michigan State pay.
Carr to Holman. Holloman down the lane, drives to the hole, fouled by Dylan Cardwell. And Holloman will go to the line to shoot 2 where he's 85%. And they're in the bonus the remainder of the day. That is Auburn's 8th foul. This is a 2-shot foul for Trey Holloman, junior out of Minneapolis, played at Cretin-Derham High School. And he's at the line shooting 85%. They don't have guys that miss free throws, friends.
Those guards are sure getting deep in the paint. We've got to bow our neck a little bit, be a little bit tougher on moving our feet on the perimeter. Try to do your best to keep that ball from getting inside the paint.
An elbow injury to Janai Broome. They are evaluating. We may still see him back in this ball game. Holloman misses or makes both. Back to an 8-point Auburn lead. 6:56 in the second half. Denver Jones across midcourt for the Tigers. Left wing, Miles Kelly. Top of the circle, Cardwell. Right wing, Chad Baker. CBM to Jones at the top. 15 to shoot for Auburn. Denver in the key. Down the lane. Up. No. Oh, it came to Cardwell and he missed the layup. Got the rebound, though, to the wing for Jones. Right wing, Chad Baker. 3 in the air. Good!
That's a big dagger right there. What a relentless play by Dylan Cardwell to keep the ball alive. Fan the ball back to Jones, then to CBM, which could be magnificent.
11-point Auburn lead. Holloman. Left wing, Jace Richardson, 16 to shoot. Auburn by 11, 6:09 in the second. Holloman straight away, missed the 3. Rebound, Miles Kelly. 6 minutes to go in the second. Auburn by 11, 57-46. Near the right sideline, Denver Jones. Shot clock at 15. Chad Baker-Mazzara between the rings. Wants a screen. Gets a screen. Lobs it. Cheney to the hole. Up with a right hand off the glass. He didn't get it. And Carr gets the rebound.
Get back.
Left wing three ball Fears. No. Weak side rebound. Jace Richardson up. Missed. Rebound tap up. No, but a foul against Auburn. And it will send Carr to the line to shoot two. They got Dillon on his third foul. And Janai Broome walks back to the Auburn bench. You hear the Auburn crowd respond. That right elbow is wrapped up a bit. Cohen Carr at the line to shoot two. He's 69%. And here comes Janai. After the first free throw by Carr.
Yeah, they're going to shoot two. He's got to wait till the first one is shot and come in.
Auburn 57, Michigan 46. First free throw by Carr. Got it. 10-point Auburn lead. And here comes Broome. All 22 points and 12 rebounds of the National Player of the Year candidate. Carr can take the lead to 9 right here. 5:29 to go. Got them both. They have only missed one free throw today. They are 13 of 14 from the line. Auburn's lead down to 9. 57-48 Tigers. Chad Baker. Three ball, Chad Baker. Air ball. Saved by Cheney. It's loose. Michigan State runs it down. Get back, Auburn. Up the floor, Richardson down. Kicks it left wing. Three ball in the air. It's in and out. Rebound, Kohler had it, lost it. Broome pulled it in.
Boy, just went. It's just like a magnet. That basketball on the rebound. He just reached and snatched it off that glass.
Auburn leads it by 9, 57-48. Denver Jones gets a screen. Left wing, top of the circle, Janai. Low post pass for Miles Kelly. Back to the wing, Broome. To Kelly on the wing. Miles, bounce pass behind the back. Broome, three. Yes!
Oh, my goodness.
Yes!
Oh, my goodness. He just poured a dagger into Michigan State right there. We got to get through this 33 seconds to the 4-minute media. This place is gone bananas.
Auburn by 12. 4:25 in the second. On the wing. Drive to the hole. Up. Block. Out of bounds off State. Auburn ball. 4:19 in the second half. I think Cheney blocked it.
Absolutely swarming defense, helping each other. And Cheney Johnson looked like he had a cape on flying through the air blocking that shot.
4:19 to go. Media timeout coming under 4 minutes. Auburn by 12, 60-48. Boy, is this a big possession. Denver right down the lane, and he was fouled.
That's a good deal. Let's drive, make them guard you.
Denver lobbies for a two-shot foul. That's a one and bonus.
Won't be long, though. We'll.
Yep. That gets Auburn into the bonus, doesn't it? No, that was the 9th foul. No, that was the 7th foul.
1 and 1. Yeah. Next one will be the next foul should be the automatic two-shot.
Foul was against Fears, his second. One and bonus coming up for Denver Jones right here. Free throw in the air. Good.
You know, he hasn't really made a jump shot in a while. Speaking of Denver Jones, I'd love to see him at the free throw line. See the ball go in the basket from the free throw line. It won't be long that he'll come down and hit a big shot as well.
He can give Auburn a 14-point lead right here at the 4:10 mark. Free throw from Denver Jones. Nothing but nylon. Auburn by 14. Michigan State basketball, 4:07 in the second half. Fears. Oh my goodness. Kohler just put an elbow into Denver Jones' face and got away with it. Akins on the right wing. Drives on Cheney. Stays right with him into the lane. Akins with the left hand scores. Cuts the lead to 12. 3:50 to go in the second half. Next stoppage of play and a final timeout. Auburn by 12, 62-50. Denver across midcourt. Down the left side of the lane against Kohler. Back door, Cheney to the hole. Up with the right hand. Nobody was fouled.
Back-to-back possession. Smart by the Auburn Tigers. Get to the free throw line late in the game.
And Cheney Johnson will go to the line to shoot two when we come back. Final media timeout. 3:37 remaining. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Auburn 62, Michigan State 50. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
Nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to the superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
As if the Auburn family in Atlanta didn't need more energy, the Auburn cheerleading squad just won the Liberty Challenge in a closely contested battle as the number 1 overall seed Auburn Tigers lead the number 2 seed Michigan State Spartans 62-50. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the ball game at State Farm Arena. We check the Yellowwood scoreboard as we'll look at what the winner of this game will face on Saturday at 5:09 Central at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. The winner of Auburn and Michigan State will face number 1 seed Florida because the Gators beat number 3 seed Texas Tech 84-79 to advance to their 6th Final Four and first since 2014. The Gators trailed by 9 with 3 minutes to play, but Walter Clayton Jr. brought the Gators back, and the winner of this game will face them on Saturday in San Antonio.
So that's confirmed that game time now.
TV has confirmed it, yes.
Okay.
Duke will play in the late game.
Chaney Johnson at the free throw line coming out of the final media timeout. There is another timeout remaining in this ball game. All right, Chaney, 71% from the stripe this season. 6 points on the night for Chaney with 6 rebounds. Auburn 62, Michigan State 50.
What a day this young man had. 23 minutes, got 6 points, 6 rebounds.
First free throw, good.
Make it 7 points. What a day. Chaney Johnson's relentless effort on the glass. Defensive prowess on the running through passes.
Cardwell back in, Broom out. Hyperextended, we believe hyperextended his right elbow. Second free throw from Chaney. That was short. 13-point Auburn lead, 63-50.
Could we hold this to 7 or 8 possessions left and try to win half of those to win, going away to go to the Final Four?
Beers down the lane against Cardwell. Richardson bounce pass to Fiddler against Chaney. Oh, he turned it over. Chad Bacon-Mazzara ahead. Forces the issue. Down the lane, up, and he missed it. Rebound Michigan State. They have numbers the other way. All the way to the hole. Aikens up, and he got it. Might have been better served for Auburn to get an offensive possession out of that. But Chad Bacon-Mazzara tried to make a spectacular play, and Auburn's lead is 11. 63-52. 2:55 to go in the final Elite Eight game of the NCAA tournament. Denver Jones works against Jeremy Fears near the center circle. Right side, Chad Baker-Mazzara puts it on the floor, drives. Ball deflected left wing, Denver. Free throw line, Chad Baker, right wing, head fake, drive. Chaney to the top, to the wing. Jones to the corner. Miles three. Didn't get it. Cardwell kept it alive, and he was fouled. Cardwell was fouled by Kohler. And that's the 4th foul on Kohler.
Oh, we caught a break right then. Got a break right then.
Now Dillon needs to make a free throw. Kohler just picked up his 4th foul. He is the leading scorer for Michigan State with 14 points and 10 rebounds. I don't think they have a choice but to leave him on the floor, Randall.
They must. They've got to have points.
All right,
they got
Dylan.
2 minutes and 31 seconds left.
All right, Dylan. This is the final one in bonus for Auburn. Make them pay, Dylan Cardwell. 2 points, 6 rebounds for Cap. A big breath. A flex of the knees. The free throw. Got it.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt. You got to have great faith in your players, and there's nobody that's got any more faith than Dylan Cardwell.
He had faith in the man above that he was going to knock home that free throw.
Well, we'll take 1 of 2, but right now we got a chance 2 for 2 if he can.
Auburn fans are on their feet. They've been on their feet all day long. Second free throw. Barely drew iron. Rebound Kohler. Auburn's lead is 12, 64-52. 2:26 in the second. Pierce on the left wing for Michigan State. Inside the arc. Throws it out near midcourt for Akins. Akins against Cardwell. 3-ball against Cardwell. Knocked it home. That cuts Auburn's lead to 9, and Michigan State calls a timeout. 2:15 to go. Auburn's lead is 9. Tigers 64. Michigan State 55. Their first made three-pointer of the second half. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
Damaging an underground utility can cause a lot more problems than you think. By causing a potentially avoidable damage to underground utilities, there's many scenarios that do not end well. To keep the gas, power, water, and internet running, using 811 to have your underground utilities marked is a critical piece of the damage prevention process, whether you're a homeowner or an excavator. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Visit al811.com for more information.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
Jaden Akins, first three-pointer of the day. Michigan State's first made three-pointer of the second half. Trimmed Auburn's lead to 9, and State called a timeout with 2:15 to go. Auburn has 3 timeouts remaining. Michigan State with 2.
Really important. 3:37 on the clock just a minute ago. We said there were 8 possessions left. We've played 80 seconds, and we've already got 4 possessions. 2:15 to go. We can't continue that trait. It's too fast a pace. We need to slow it down, squeeze the clock, make Michigan State come to the Auburn Tigers, get to the free throw line, and make your free throws.
All right, I think did Janai just check back into the ball game? Because
there's a possibility that they early could do offense-defense substitution.
Broom will not come back in at this point. The 5 for Auburn: Dylan Cardwell, Chad Baker-Mazzara, Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, Chaney Johnson, not Dylan Cardwell. Chaney's a better free throw shooter. So it's Chaney, Chad Baker, Miles Kelly, Denver Jones, and Tahad Pettiford.
Well, you got your best ball handlers on your squad. Going to try to get that ball. They're going to run a press offense where they'll drag Pettiford to one side and try to get Denver Jones streaking to the pass. Try to get him the basketball unless Pettiford is open.
Chad Baker, the inbound to Chaney Johnson. Chaney working on Kohler, picks up the dribble. He's in some trouble, throws it Pettiford. Saves it ahead. Chad Baker-Mazzara to Denver Jones.
Finally got it to
Denver.
Denver.
Man.
Holy smokes.
Shot clock at 16. Denver dribbles through traffic. Pulls it out at the right side. Under 2 minutes to go. Auburn by 9. Denver against Kohler. Denver with 8. Drives past Kohler. Down the lane, Chaney. Whistle foul against Michigan State. And boy, that whole play was about to get out of control. And now Chaney goes to the free throw line for 2. Both teams now in the double bonus for the rest of the night. The foul was against Fears, his 3rd.
I think that was a true scramble right there.
Holy cow.
It was a hot potato. Nobody wanted it, and the ball was floating up in the air. Fortunately, the Tigers secured it when we got it to Denver Jones.
2 free throws for Chaney. The first. No good. Cut the lead, or get the lead to 10 here, Chaney, with 1:50 to go. Second free throw for Chaney Johnson could give Auburn a 10-point advantage. Got the second one.
Very good. We'll take 50% now on out just to continue to keep this 10-point lead and make it a 4-possession game.
65-55. Left wing 3 ball. Kohler. Good. Down to a 7-point Auburn lead.
Here they come.
Inbound to Denver Jones.
Got to be strong.
1:34 to go. Auburn leads it by 7. Denver across midcourt, lost the ball, got it back down the lane. Denver up and in!
What a play! What a play!
Auburn by 9. Michigan State ball. Fears the other way. Runs into Chaney Johnson, and Fears is fouled, and it stops the clock with 1:30 to go, and that is the 4th foul on Chaney. And here comes Denver, and here comes Tahad. And Fears goes to the line for 2 for Michigan State, a 74% free throw shooter. Auburn leads it by 9, 67-58, 1:20 in the second half. Fears can cut the lead back to 7 right here. Redshirt freshman from Joliet West. Joliet, Illinois. Free throw is in and out.
Big miss.
Just the second of the day for Michigan State.
2 things the Tigers got to secure, box out. If he misses the free throw, you must secure the rebound.
Cardwell and Chaney come out. Broom is in, along with Tahad Pettiford. Good free throw shooters out there right now for Auburn.
Secondly, if he makes the free throw, they're going to press hot. That means they're going to be trying to steal the ball. We've got to get the ball inbound, get it up the floor.
He missed both. Rebound Broom. Saved it to Chad Baker-Mazzara. Auburn's lead is 9. CBM across midcourt hits Denver Jones. Denver fouled. And Denver goes to the line for 2 with 1:10 to go.
Holy smokes. Almost took a charge right there.
Yes, you did. The most important thing, other than the safety of one Randall Lee Dickey, is Denver Jones going to the free throw line right here for 2 with 1:10 to go, and Auburn leading 67-58. Those are 2 big misses for Jeremy Fears.
It is.
Nobody down the lane for Auburn. First free throw, Denver good. 10-point lead. Pettiford comes out. Cardwell in for defense. Kohler comes out for Michigan State. Fiddler is in for the Spartans. Denver can take the lead to 11 with 1:10 to go. Michigan State has 2 timeouts left. Auburn has 3. Second free throw, Denver Jones. Good. All 8 of his points in the second half. Quickly up the floor, Michigan State. Fears. 2 Akins. Turns the corner. Pulls it out at the left wing against Cardwell. Shoots a 3 and got it. They've hit 3 threes here the last couple minutes.
They sure have. They've cut this lead down. Still a minute to go. Lots of time.
And an 8-point Auburn advantage and a timeout by Michigan State. With 59.2 seconds, this is a full timeout so the teams can go to the benches. Fears a 3. Akins a 3. Kohler a 3 for Michigan State. And have trimmed the lead back to 8 with 59.2 seconds to go in the second half. Until Akins 3 in this second half, State did not have a 3-point make. But including Akins' 3-pointer, they have made 3 and have cut Auburn's lead down to 8 with 59.2 seconds to go in the second half. All right, right now, take care of the basketball, get the ball across midcourt, and hit your free throws, Randall.
You got to maintain a little bit longer possessions, too. You got to be a little bit stronger with the basketball and run. You got to have a clock a little bit more in your head, thinking about what's going to happen. Michigan State's behind. They've got to come to you. Make your free throws, Auburn Tigers, and you'll be just fine. But you've got to tighten up your defense and not give open three-point shots, because they've just proven the last 3 trips that they can make them.
59.2 seconds to go in the Elite Eight final, the regional final for the South. Auburn by 8, 69-61. Full length of the floor to go. Tahad Pettiford, Denver Jones, Chad Baker-Mazara, Miles Kelly, and Janai Broome, the 5 for Auburn. Akins,
Big
Carr, Richardson, Holloway, and Fears.
This is the biggest minute for the Auburn Tigers the entire season.
Yeah.
We need to win this. 1 minute, 60 seconds to go, 59.2. Let's get that time off the clock.
Chad Baker-Mazara will trigger for the Tigers. They press as Michigan State. Chad Baker looking for an inbound, hands the ball to Denver Jones. He's tied up. Denver gets it ahead. Ball deflected, stolen by Michigan State.
Turned it over.
Now at midcourt, Fears. Down the left side of the lane. 3 ball. Akins in the corner, missed it. Rebound, Miles Kelly for Auburn.
Be strong with it. Hold on to it.
And a foul against Miles.
There you go.
He'll go to the line for 2. 43 and 3/10 seconds to go. Well, that pass to Denver was just dangerous because he was immediately double-teamed along the baseline. He tried to throw out of it. The ball was deflected across midcourt. They got a look at a 3 but missed it, and Miles Kelly went up for the rebound, his 5th of the day, and he goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Auburn. The foul against Fears is his 4th.
When you run your press offense and they're trying to steal in a desperation situation like Michigan State is, and you catch the ball close to the baseline, which is out of bounds, they use that as an extra defender.
Miles Kelly has never played in the NCAA tournament this year. And these 2 free throws could go a long way to move Auburn into the Final Four.
They're going to be huge. Just do your routine just like you do in practice. Have great confidence.
First free throw from Miles. Missed it.
But it just seems to be a little bit more pressure involved when you get to this point.
He can make it a full 3-possession game right here with 43 and 3/10 seconds.
I think it's a must.
And he got it.
There you go.
9-point Auburn lead.
Nice going, young man. Let's get a defensive stop.
Fears up the floor for Michigan State. Left wing head fake, drive to the baseline. Akins to Fears. Fears to Akins. 3 ball over Chad Baker. Didn't get it. Rebound fought for. Cross lost it. Ball still loose. Tie him up, Auburn. Jump ball. Arrow is Auburn. Arrow is Auburn.
How about
26.6 seconds to go.
How about the relentless, scrappy effort by Miles Kelly to go up against Carr, who is Michigan State's best athlete, knock the ball loose, wrestle it to the ground, create the tie-up.
26 and 6/10 seconds to go. Auburn leads by 9, 70-61. Michigan State presses. Inbound to Denver Jones.
Oh,
he threw it away. Underneath Fears.
What are we
on
doing?
the wing. He threw it out of bounds. Oh, dear. What a break for Auburn. Auburn basketball. At midcourt. 20.3 seconds to go.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
What in the world?
That's only Auburn's 6th turnover of the ball game.
Get it to the guy that you want to get it to, and he wants to get rid of it.
Lobs it ahead, Broome across midcourt, quickly fouled by Carr. And now Janai is at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn, with Auburn leading by 9 and 19.1 seconds to go. Janai Broome's free throw. Short. 25 points and 14 rebounds. 10 of 13 from the field for Janai Broome today.
Been absolutely the best player today.
Second free throw. Missed both. Rebound Fears up the floor for Michigan State.
One more stop.
On the left wing, Akins for three. Didn't get it. Oh, it did go. It did go. Wow. Bounced out and in. And that trims the lead to 6. Auburn 70. Michigan State 64. With 11.2 seconds to go, and Michigan State now out of timeouts. This is a 30. Well, their three-point shooting in the last 3 minutes has kept Michigan State in the game. Auburn leads it by 6, 70-64.
Well, both teams just playing for your life right out here, just scrapping and clawing for everything you can get. But those Auburn Tigers, they have just been unbelievable. They need to be unbelievable on one more positive play. Get to the free throw line and make your free throws. Get this time off the clock.
Full length of the floor to go for Auburn. Baker, Mazzara, Jones, Pettiford, Kelly, and Broom for Auburn. Get it inbound, get it across midcourt. Michigan State full court pressure. Auburn puts Broom and Miles Kelly at Auburn's end of the floor. Chad Baker, Mazzara will trigger. Looking for an inbound. Still looking. Gets it to Pettiford. Working in the backcourt. Back to Chad Baker Mazzara. Lobs it ahead and knocked out of bounds by Akins with 4.3 seconds to go, and Auburn starts to celebrate. Auburn starts to celebrate. This big Auburn crowd, 4.3 seconds away from sending the Tigers to the Final Four. Broom will trigger. To Tahad Pettiford. This one's over. Remember Auburn. We're going to the Alamo. We're going to to San Antonio.
What a game. What a relentless effort. Unbelievable job in scouting by the coaches on a short turnaround. And what about the execution and the play of Janai Broom, with the Auburn Tigers only getting 2 guys in double figures, but his 25 points, 14 rebounds should secure him as Player of the Year in America and absolutely etched his name and infamy from the Auburn Tigers basketball faithful.
For the second time in school history, the second time since 2019, the Auburn Tigers are Final Four bound. Auburn 70, Michigan State 64. Janai Broom on the day with 25 points, the Wind Creek high score for the Tigers. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Play the hottest games, win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app. The Regions Bank Postgame Show, a victorious Final Four edition of the Regions Bank Postgame Show is next. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, batter. Spring is in full swing on the Plains for Auburn softball and baseball. Lock in your seats today for J.B. Moore Field and Plaisman Park on aubtix.com. Single game tickets start at only $12 and $15, with other ticket packages available for everyone in the Auburn family. Check out all the fun promotions and giveaways we have planned this season and head to aubtix.com or click tickets in the Auburn Athletics app to get yours today. War Eagle.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
People have been yelling at us online for years to bring back the Whataburger Monterey Melt, and we're finally doing it. The Monterey Melt is back with 2 slices of melty cheese, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch, all on 2 fresh beef patties. We didn't do it because of the comments, posts, replies, emails, or vaguely threatening letters. You can't tell us what to do. You're not in charge of us. Our boss is. And she said to bring it back. The Monterey Melt is back at Whataburger. Available for a limited time. What a burger!
Auburn basketball is headed to the Final Four in San Antonio. Time to talk about it on the Regions Bank Postgame Show. Your radio home for final stats, analysis, and an exclusive interview with Coach Pearl. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. Get yours today. The Regions Bank Postgame Show begins now.
War Eagle, and welcome back to State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The Auburn Tigers are headed to the Final Four in San Antonio after a 70-64 win today against Michigan State. Auburn led for 36 minutes and 49 seconds here today. The Tigers win it, and Auburn becomes the first team ever to beat Tom Izzo, a first SEC team ever to beat Tom Izzo in the NCAA tournament. Joined now by Tigers Associate Head Coach Stephen Pearl. Congratulations, War Eagle.
Man, how about them Tigers, baby? Unbelievable. Yeah, just super proud. Incredibly proud of our guys.
Got off to a good start in this one and jumped out, led by 15 in the first half, led by 9 at the half. The lead was around 8-11 for most of the second half.
Yep.
What were the keys for the Tigers today?
Yeah, I think just staying consistent defensively. While our offense wasn't great, after the first 5 minutes, we did a great job, in the last 35 minutes of that game just defending. They shoot 34% from the field. That's probably the fourth straight game, or third straight game where we've just played really good defense, and I thought that carried us and obviously did a lot for us. Man, just unbelievable effort by Janai Broom. We didn't make a ton of shots. We missed some pretty clean ones, but he was unstoppable down there. Obviously, really happy that he was able to come back into the game. I think everyone's hearts stopped there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But he goes out with however many minutes left. We're up 10, and the lead doesn't decrease because we just don't drop off when we go to our bench. So incredibly proud of the effort, proud of our players, so proud of these fans, man. This was unbelievable, the turnout we had, and it made all the difference in the world.
I was at halftime back behind, and one of the reporters was walking back there. He said, I've never heard an NCAA tournament crowd like this one today.
Yeah, no, I mean, it unbelievable. It means everything to us, and, obviously it's I don't know. It's why Auburn's so special, this fan base and this administration and these kids, man, unbelievable. Second Final Four since 2019, awesome stuff.
How is this different than the first Final Four in your mind, if at all?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, that team was playing really well going into the NCAA tournament. This team wasn't. So for our guys to be able to make some adjustments and win 3 really big games, to make it this far, speaks to our character, speaks to our coaching staff, and our ability just to find ways to win games. So,
what was the key defensively today, Stephen?
Defensively, we just had to understand where they were good driving the ball, not be afraid to switch, guard without fouling. I mean, they only shot 16 free throws, which was obviously the difference in the game. They only score when they get